Real stories of the Highway Patrol can be seen later this evening. Stay tuned now so that we may bring you the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Atlanta Braves.
The Phillies' long-anticipated series with the Braves has arrived as baseball's top two pitching staffs go head-to-head this weekend. Tonight, it's Mulholland versus Glavine. Tomorrow, Schilling and Maddox, followed by Jackson against Smoltz. The teams are armed and ready. Next on PHL 17.
Hi, everybody from Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Tonight, game one of a big weekend series, the Phils and the defending National League champion Atlanta Braves. Terry Mulholland goes for the Phillies against Tom Glavine for Atlanta. Great pitching matchup. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler. Sold-out house here at Fulton County Stadium, and the Phillies coming off a series with Pittsburgh in which the Crucker had a great series.
The Crucker sure did have a great series. Harry was 8 for 11, raised his average from 309 to 352, batting mostly against left-handed pitching in that series. And I think the reason is he probably kept his shoulder in a lot better. You know, he had to concentrate more about doing that, and he hit those left-handers, and most of the hits went to left field, and he's really swinging the bat great right now.
Phils have lost the services of right-hander Larry Anderson, and Mike Williams called up from Strand Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, unfortunately, Anderson's still on the trip, so we have to put up with him. So he'll be around. But Mike Williams is with the Phillies. Jim Fregosi said he was doing the best job down there, so he felt he deserved the promotion up here. He's going to be used as a long man, maybe as a setup man. For the most part, David West, though, the left-hander, is going to take over Larry Anderson's role.
Mike Williams was 6-0 as a starter for the Red Barons. The Atlanta Braves, Whitey, are 2.5 games back in third place now in National League West. They started very slowly, but they really picked it up.
They're starting to score some runs. They really clobbered the Colorado Rockies out there, but the Colorado Rocky pitchers aren't getting many people out. But they also had a pretty good series against some tough pitching in Houston. They have some people that they'd like to see hitting more, and so do the Phillies. But I think this weekend series, we're going to see a lot of great pitching, and it's going to be determined by those pitchers.
Tremendous pitching matchup here tonight with Terry Mulholland going for the Phils and Tom Glavine for the Atlanta Braves. Sold out here at Fulton County Stadium. There was one game played this afternoon at Wrigley Field in Chicago. For an update on that ball game, let's go back to Neil Hartman at the studios. Neil?
Harry, thank you very much, and we'll send it back to the guys in Atlanta in just a few minutes. But first, we want to get you updated on what's happening in the majors today. This afternoon, as Harry mentioned, ball game played at Wrigley Field in Chicago. The Cubs beat the Pirates by a final count of 3-2. Mike Harkey picks up the win. He's now 4-1. Randy Myers with his 10th save. Interesting note in that one, the Pirates are 0-12 when scoring less than 4 runs. And the Cubs' Jose Vizcaino singled in the third to extend his hitting streak to 15 games. That ties the longest streak in the National League this season. Other games in the National League tonight, you've got a 7:35 start in Cincinnati and Montreal, 8:05 start in Houston, and later on tonight, St. Louis takes on Florida, and San Francisco versus San Diego. In the American League, here is one ball game underway. The Detroit Tigers, leading the American League East, are zip-zip with Baltimore there in the second inning. Toronto and New York getting underway in just a few minutes. Cleveland, Milwaukee, Boston, Minnesota, 8:05 starts. Texas, an 8:35 start against Chicago, Kansas City, California, Seattle, Oakland are later on tonight on the West Coast. Terrific pitching matchup for tonight's game in Atlanta. Both teams are going with their aces. Let's take a look at the starters as we head to break.
The Phillies and the Atlanta Braves is being brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. By Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. By the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. Carry us for life.
Come on, let's get a cold one. Our total attendance for today's game.
Oh, would you look at this beer line?
I'm going to go back.
What? Foul ball?
No, I'm not.
Foul ball!
Foul ball! Out of the way!
I got it!
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down,
Make it 2 Bud Lights, please.
make it a Bud Light.
Hey, you got another ball?
There's a new feeling sweeping the state, peace of mind. Because now people who couldn't afford health coverage can get special care from Blue Cross and Blue Shield. It's the most affordable coverage available to families and individuals who earn too much for Medicaid but can't afford coverage on their own. If you're uninsured, your peace of mind is just a phone call away. Call 1-800-248-5200.
While you're enjoying some of the comforts of home, remember, your home can give you lots of other comforts. Like a way to consolidate all your bills and loans. Mellon PSFS Home Equity Loans. While you're enjoying some of the comforts of home, remember, your home can give you lots of other comforts. Like a college education. Mellon PSFS Home Equity Loans.
A lot is being made of this three-game series at Fulton County Stadium, where the weekend set has been a sellout well in advance. Many believe these two teams have the best pitching staffs in baseball. Take a look at the starting rotations. Tom Glavine and Terry Mulholland, 2 starters tonight, highlighted, but 14-10 for Atlanta, 3.19 ERA.
Habitat.
16 3.04 ERA. We're going to see some terrific pitching this weekend. Now, the Braves are red hot after a slow start. They have just completed a 9-game road trip going 7-2. Of course, the Phillies have the best record in baseball, as you see here on top of the National League East, at 24-8, 6.5 games ahead of Montreal, 7.5 in front of St. Louis and Chicago. In the National League West, well, Atlanta right now is in 3rd place at 20-16, 2.5 back of San Francisco. Houston in 2nd, 2 games behind the San Francisco Giants. Interesting note about Atlanta. Atlanta is 6-8 this season at home, 14-8 on the road. But again, in their last 10 games, they have gone 8-2. A couple of news and notes from the baseball file tonight. First of all, San Diego Padres outfielder Derek Bell has appealed a 3-game league suspension, and he will be allowed to continue playing pending the results of that hearing. Minnesota Twins starting shortstop Scott Leas has undergone what believed to be now season-ending surgery to repair his right rotator cuff. And news just over the wire a couple minutes ago, Don Mattingly has been placed on the disabled list, the starting first baseman for the Yankees, on the 15-day DL, 1 day after he strained his lower rib cage. So the 32-year-old Don Mattingly, hitting .262, 2 home runs, and 12 runs batted in this season, out for at least the next 15 days for the New York Yankees. We're set for baseball. It should be a terrific weekend at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. A great pitching matchup. Should be a lot of fun. I know you're looking forward to it, and so are we. I'm Neil Hartman. I'll be in the studio to update the scores during the ball game tonight. Up next, it's the Phils against the Braves on PHL 17. Now to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, and the fans are ready for baseball.
They certainly are, Neil. They're already tomahawk chopping here, and this entire weekend series has been sold out. Lineup cards have just been handed out at home plate, and the Phillies lineup will be pretty much as expected. Mariano Duncan is back in the lineup after being out a couple of days with a slight hamstring muscle pull. Very pleasant evening here at Fulton County Stadium, as the Atlanta Braves take the field.
And they get a standing ovation. They had a good road trip. They really found themselves out in Colorado, played well against the Houston Astros. Big crowd, as Harry said, will be a sellout eventually, and they're on their feet as the Braves take the field.
2-time defending National League champions, and the Phillies lineup will have Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Mariano Duncan, shortstop, at second. John Kruk at first base, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third baseman, bats fourth. Darren Dalton catching, hitting fifth. Wes Chamberlain, right field, will bat sixth. Pete Incaviglia, the left fielder, hitting seventh. Mickey Morandini, second baseman, bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching, Terry Mulholland. That lineup facing the left-hander Tom Glavine.
There you see the left-hander Tom Glavine. He's 4-0 on the year. with a 3.45 earned run average in 7 starts, but really not pitching all that well for him. He's walked 26 and struck out 18. Very uncharacteristic for Tom Glavine. The Braves get him a lot of runs, and he's been tough against the Phillies over the years.
Defensively behind Glavine tonight, it'll be Terry Pendleton at third base, Jeff Blauser at shortstop, Mark Lemke at second, and Francisco Cabrera at first. Behind the plate is Greg Olson. In the outfield, Ron Gant to the left, Otis Nixon in center, and David Justice in right. The umpires tonight, Larry Poncino calling the balls and strikes, crew chief John McSherry at first base, Ed Rapuano at second, and Rich Rieker will umpire at third. Tom Glavine lifetime against the Phillies is 10 up and 3 down with a career ERA of 3.29. The Phillies have beaten him the last 2 times they faced him, and that snapped a string of 8 straight wins against the Phils by Glavine. Bobby Cox, one of the first really that foresaw the Phillies being a strong team in 1993. There's Jim Fregosi, but Bobby Cox was quoted at the end of last year, watch out for the Phillies.
During the winter meetings last year, there was a column in Philadelphia about that, and Bobby Cox said he thought the Phillies could be the team to beat in the National League East this year, and I don't know, not too many people believed that at the time, that's for sure.
Honey Dykstra hitting .227 will lead it off. Dykstra lifetime against Glavine, a .333 hitter, although he has not been hitting left-hand pitching well this year. Dykstra batting just .102 against left-handers. That's uncharacteristic for him. 1 ball and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra. Two and nothing. Terry Pendleton plays him shallow at third base, although Dykstra rarely bunts for a base hit.
Almost every third baseman in the league comes in on Lenny Dykstra, and as you say, Harry, he hardly ever bunts or even shows it. So you wonder why they come up.
3 balls and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra.
He must have heard you, because Pendleton backed up as that pitch was being thrown.
Frank Wilby of Warminster celebrating his 70th birthday today. Best wishes for a speedy recovery to Bill Newell, longtime Phillies fan from Wilmington, Delaware, as Glavine has yet to throw a strike.
He wasn't even close on those pitches. And we mentioned opening up the program tonight that he's walked 26, struck out 18 in 44 in the third innings, and Glavine normally has pretty good control. Philly's really happy to have this guy back in the lineup tonight, Mariano Duncan, because Duncan was out against those couple of left-handers that the Pirates threw, and Duncan hits left-handers very, very well.
Just missing for a ball. He's yet to throw a strike.
Thrown all fastballs so far. Glavine last year, left-handed hitters hit .273 off him, right-handed batters just .225. because he throws his changeup a lot more to right-handed hitters, and he's tougher on them.
Throw to first, Dykstra back. Lenny's stolen 8 bases. He has been caught 4 times. The lineup I read you incorrect. Just flip-flop Chamberlain and Incaviglia. Incaviglia is hitting behind Dalton, and Wes Chamberlain then would be hitting 7th. 2-0. 6 straight pitches out of the strike zone. Greg Olson will come in and talk to Glavine. Glavine knows as well as anyone that he needs to find the strike zone.
Yeah, what do you say to a guy right now? He's thrown 6 straight balls at the start of a game. Bobby Cox, and that's Leo Mazzoni there on his left. John Kruk's buddy from his hometown in West Virginia.
Right. It's low. It's 3-0.
Amazing.
It really is. Glavine coming off a year in which he was runner-up for the Cy Young Award, and now teammate Greg Maddux. He won the Cy Young Award the year before. 2 straight 20-win seasons for him. Got that one over. After 7 pitches out of the strike zone, he throws a strike. It's 3-1 to Duncan. Missed the high fastball. It's a full count to Mariano Duncan.
Phillies are probably going to run Lenny Dykstra in this situation. Hope Duncan makes contact. You don't want to get a strikeout double play.
There goes Dykstra. Bouncing ball. Nice grab. Cabrera. To Glavine covering. He gets the bare hand toss. Fields it barehanded and just got Mariano Duncan. Good play by Glavine, who's a good athlete. Dykstra moves up to second.
That was a tough play, really, because Cabrera was holding the base runner Dykstra on, had to go to his right. If Duncan had hit that ball hard at all, it would have gone into right field. But as Harry mentioned, Glavine's an outstanding athlete. Look at him barehand that and then find the bag. He was drafted in 2 sports. He was also drafted as a hockey player by the Los Angeles Kings.
Second round in baseball by the Braves in the June '84 draft, and that same year 4th round by the Kings. Dykstra at second base with 1 out for John Kruk. Krucker hitting a .352, 7th best in the league. Breaking ball just missing for a ball. Sam Tonick and Bob Schiffer here from Delaware. Sam works for the Phillies as a host for this weekend's series. And a special birthday wish to Dr. Dan Stevenson of Merchantville, New Jersey. And the dad of Video Dan Stevenson. Video Dan and his wife Patty here for this weekend series.
Mariano Duncan probably swung at ball 4 when the count was 3-1, but that's the kind of hitter Duncan is. I mean, he goes after a lot of bad balls and hits them. And Glavine is still obviously struggling with his control, going 2-0 on Kruk right out of the chute.
Ooh, just missing.
Now, he threw him a 2-0 breaking ball. A lot of times a pitcher who's struggling with his fastball try and throw a breaking ball, see if he can get that over and get in a rhythm, and that appeared that, you know, was pretty close if it wasn't a strike.
3 balls and no strikes to John Kruk. Kruk's aboard with a walk. He's second in the league in on-base percentage, second only to Barry Bonds. So the Phils have 2 men on base with 1 out for Dave Hollins, who's hitting at .293. Hollins, 9th best in the league in RBIs with 24 of them.
Well, I guess those numbers don't lie when you look at Glavine with 26 walks and 18 strikeouts. You know, you're surprised to see it. That's what he's showing tonight.
Looks like we might have a fairly small strike zone tonight from Mr. Poncino behind the plate.
It's an early indication.
Got that one over at the knees, 1 strike. 90th birthday wishes to Nicholas Jacoby. Great Phillies fan. His daughter Susan and husband Ted and their families.
Also birthday wishes to Frank Sacca of Morrisville, I guess that's Morrisville, Pennsylvania.
1 ball and 1 strike to Dave Hollins. Phillies have 2 men on base with 1 out here in the first.
Glavine's a guy who's known to give up runs in the first inning, like a lot of good starting pitchers, and then settle down after that. So Phillies would really like to jump on him here.
Fouls it back, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hollins' lifetime a .333 hitter against Glavine. And he likes to hit against Atlanta. He's a .356 hitter lifetime against the Braves.
Well, last year Glavine gave up 21 runs in the first inning in his 33 starts. That's an earned run average in the first inning of over 5. And you look at a lot of good starting pitchers, and that's not surprising when you see those kind of numbers. It takes them a while sometimes to get settled down.
Ball and 2 strikes to Dave Hollins. That's low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hollins. Fouls this one back and out of play. Holds it 2-2 to Hollins with Darren Dalton due up next. Ted Turner, wife Jane, and Chuck Tanner is here for the Upper Deck Heroes Old Timers game before the game.
Chuck was Ted's manager here for a number of years. Chuck loves to talk. Tanner is known for getting very, very close to people when he talks also, as he's doing down there. Oh, he just turned. Sorry, Chuck, what do you mean to say that?
It's a full count. Send him.
Well, you know, I'd like to see him send him, but I think Jim Fregosi might be reluctant to send him because Hollins has been showing tendencies to jump at pitches in these situations. You have Dalton on deck, who's hot, who's been driving in a lot of runs. I don't think he will.
They hold, and it's grounded to third base. Pendleton tags the bag, throws to first late. They get the force on Dykstra at third base. 2 out with 2 men on base, and it'll bring up Darren Dalton.
Pendleton got a really funny hop on this, and it almost went by. And watch what happens, how he comes after it straight, and then it went to his left very quickly. He snatches it. That ball was by him when he caught it. That was a good reaction play by Pendleton.
'40th birthday wishes to a 17-year veteran Belle of Pennsylvania operator, the great Linda Giddings. 1 strike to Darren Dalton. Dalton hitting at .247.
Says she's modeled herself after you. I mean, I don't know whether people hear her answer the phone, say you're out of here or something. I like that card.
No balls and a strike to Dalton. Dutch leads the league in walks with 31 of them. 8th in the league in slugging percentage. Tied for 2nd in the league in homers with 8.
Have the Ben Salem High School Music Group. Ben Salem, Pennsylvania, 195 children. Well, they say kids, so it'd be kids, high school kids in attendance here in Atlanta tonight, rooting for the Phillies.
One ball and 2 strikes.
It's been a strange inning. Glavine has been in trouble right out of the get-go, and the Phillies haven't hit a ball hard off it. They've hit 2 little dribblers in the infield so far.
Ruck at 2nd and Hollins at 1st. Hot shot, base hit down the left field line. Kruckle score. Dave Hollins now being waved around. Hollins will score, and the Phillies lead it 2-0 on a 2-run double by Darren Dalton.
Well, I'll tell you, talk about hitting the ball out of the glove. Dalton really waited on that. I don't know whether he was just trying to spoil it at the last second, but that pitch was almost by him when he swung at it. Darren's been hitting some balls to left field, and he thinks that helps him. Watch how long he waits. Fastball, and then bam, just hits it right down the line past Pendleton. Hollins running all the way with good speed, even though Gant got a good bounce off the wall out there.
Dalton now has 25 RBIs to take over the team leadership in that department. It brings on Pete Incaviglia. Inky hitting at .239, 3 homers. He has knocked in 14. High with it, 1-0.
Well, the Phillies made Glavine pay for those walks.
Right.
And that's what you have to do to a quality pitcher like Tom Glavine when he does that.
Change up, fooled him. 1 ball and 1 strike to Incaviglia. Incaviglia has not been a good lifetime hitter against Glavine, 1 out of 8. Line drive to left field, but at Gant, and Gant misjudges it. It goes over his head. Dalton will score. Incaviglia at second base, and the Phils lead it 3-0. And Gant just flat out misplayed the ball.
I don't think he saw it. You know, I was wondering why he was running in like that, because you could tell from our angle that ball was really hit, and it was high. And Gant came flying in on it and then looked up, and it was over his head. Might have come right out of the crowd to him.
They'll give Incaviglia a double on it and a run batted in, and the Phillies now lead 3-0 in the batter, Wes Chamberlain.
Yeah, see, he saw it come off the bat, and I think that's the last time he saw it till he heard it going over his head.
Leo Mazzoni, the pitching coach, now out to talk to Tom Glavine.
It's a great way to get a weekend in Atlanta started.
Really.
There you go with Glavine giving up first inning runs again. We gave the numbers on that earlier, and it's jumped up and gotten him again in this game.
With this place sold out or close to sold out also, it kind of silences the home crowd.
Oh,
when
yeah.
You get early runs.
Oh, you like to take the tomahawk chop away as fast as possible.
Incaviglia at second with 2 outs. Chamberlain looks at a strike on the inside corner. That's well hit to left field. Gant is back. Drops the ball. Incaviglia scores. Chamberlain at second. Phillies lead it 4-0. Gant had it lined up and then dropped it.
That one should be an error. As Wes Chamberlain hit the ball hard, it was hooking on Gant. It looked like he let the wall bother him a little bit as he leaped up. I don't know whether he really had to leap that much for that ball, and bounced right out of his glove. See if you can tell. He doesn't know where the wall is. He's hit the warning track right there. He leaps when he really doesn't have to, and it kind of goes off the top of the glove.
They did score an error. So the Phils have 4 runs across here in the first, and the batter, Mickey Morandini. He's hitting at .204. Fouls it back and out of play. Tough inning for the left fielder. It might be a tough field out there in the twilight. You don't know.
Yeah, it looked like he saw that one all the way. He just misplayed it. The other one, I don't think he saw it.
Morandini pops a foul out of play. 0-2.
Birthday wishes tonight to John Wojcik, 81 years of age, from Stowe, Pennsylvania.
We have both done the Stowe Old Timers banquet.
Great banquet.
Yeah,
a lot of
it
fun.
is a great banquet. 1-2 strikes to Morandini. Mickey hitting just .204, but what a job he has done defensively for the Phils.
Playing with a very, very sore hamstring, too, and playing great defense. His average has suffered because of the fact that he really doesn't have a good sound base up there at home plate.
Line drive hit to left field. Chamberlain will be waved around. Here's Gant's throw, and he's out at home plate. The Boa gamble with the pitcher Mulholland due up next, and Chamberlain was thrown out. On a strong throw by Gant to retire the side. But the Phils put 4 on the board. They do it with 3 hits, 2 walks, and an error, and 1 man left after 1/2. Phils 4, Braves coming to bat.
When you were a child, you were told we're all created equal. But now that you're a little older, you see things a bit differently. The new Lexus GS Luxury Performance Sedan. It's roomier, quieter, and rides smoother than cars costing thousands more. Maybe we are all created equal, but it doesn't have to stay that way. See your Lexus dealer for treatment that's unequaled.
She's an assistant bank manager, a real go-getter. But tonight, she's Sally Camp, pizza delivery girl. You see, Sally thinks she has to drive to get great pizza. It's like she's working for the local pizzeria. Come on, Sally. Wake up and smell the mozzarella. Call Pizza Hut Delivery for delicious piping hot pizza. And right now, get a large Neapolitan pizza for $6.99 or 2 for $10.99. Hey, Sal, get off the road and phone it in. Why pick up? Pizza Hut delivers.
It's a really big and colorful beach towel, free for kids 14 and under. Courtesy of Mellon PSFS, Sunday, June 6th at 1:35 when the Phillies play the all-new Colorado Rockies. Reserve your tickets in advance. Call 463-1000.
The Atlanta Braves lineup tonight has Otis Nixon, center fielder, leading off. Jeff Blauser, shortstop, batting second. Terry Pendleton, third base, hitting third. Ron Gant, the left fielder, bats fourth. David Justice, right fielder, hits fifth. Francisco Cabrera, first baseman, batting sixth. Greg Olson, catching, hitting seventh. Mark Lemke, the second baseman, bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching, Tom Glavine. They are facing Terry Mulholland.
Mulholland is 6'3", he's 215 pounds. Terry now 30 years of age, from Uniontown, Pennsylvania, #1 pick of the Giants in June of 1984. You see the numbers on him, coming off a great outing where he beat the Cardinals 2-1 at the Vet last weekend, pitching 10 very, very strong innings.
Mo leads the league in earned run average, 2.29. Defensively behind him, Dave Hollins at third, Mariano Duncan shortstop, Mickey Morandini at second, John Kruk at first. Darren Dalton catching in the outfield, Pete Incaviglia in left, Lenny Dykstra in center, and Wes Chamberlain in right. Otis Nixon, the switch hitting center fielder, leads it off, batting at .252, hitting a lot better right-handed than left. Batting right here against Mulholland, hitting .333 right-handed, .219 left-handed.
Nixon has 12 infield singles and 4 bunt hits, so the Phillies will play him up at the corners.
1 ball and no strikes to Otis Nixon.
Here you see Hollins looking for a bunt, and Kruk the same way on the other side, because Nixon will push the ball, try to push it past the left-handed pitcher and make the second baseman field it.
Missing, 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to Otis Nixon. Was that pitch? This is a very small strike zone tonight by Larry Poncino. Mulholland wants to know where it was. Walked him on 4 pitches.
Here's Larry Boa. Gant was playing very shallow. Boy, he almost fumbled that one. He was playing very shallow. He has a strong arm, not known for his accuracy. Probably why Boa sent him. And Larry, of course, second-guessed himself now, getting Chamberlain thrown out there with Mulholland coming up in the first inning, because you'd really like to get Mulholland out of the way with 2 outs, but wasn't to be.
Here's Jeff Blauser. He's off to a great start. Step-off, pick-off move, and Nixon gets back. Nixon leads the league in steals, but Terry Mulholland with that great step-off, pick-off move. Base stealers do not take liberties with him. Just 2 stolen bases while he was on the mound against him last year. 1 so far this year. One strike to Blauser.
Blauser's doing a great job for the Braves this year. He's taken over as their #1 shortstop. They really never felt that he could play well defensively enough to be a #1 guy out there. They always thought offensively he could. And this year he's doing a job both ways.
Say he has really improved defensively, working countless hours with Jimmy Williams. Really improved his footwork. His .370 average, 5th best in the National League. Lifetime, he's been a good hitter against Mulholland. .316 his career average against Mulholland, including a home run. Ground ball, nice knockdown by Kruk, but he can't recover. The ball trickles away from him. It'll be a base hit. So the Braves have their first 2 men on base. Amazing, this first inning. You talk about the great pitching matchup, and all kinds of things are happening.
Well, Blauser was just trying to hit that ball to right field. And that ball hit Nixon on the foot, but of course it's okay because Kruk had already touched it, and the ball rolled too far away from Kruk for him to do anything with it.
So the Braves have 2 men on base, nobody out. We'll pause for station identification on the Phil's Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Terry Pendleton batting 183 off to a slow start this year. Hits it sharply up the middle. A base hit. Nixon will score. Holding at second, Blauser, and it's 4-1 now. Still nobody out.
Well, neither pitcher sharp, obviously, at the start of this game. Mulholland got a pitch right up to Pendleton, who's a high ball hitter. High pitch out over the plate. He hit it off the end of the bat a little bit, but through the middle for a base hit.
Here's Ron Gant. He's batting at 226. 6 homers. He's knocked in 17. He's been a tough out for Mulholland. A .333 lifetime hitter against Terry with 2 home runs. Starts him with a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1. Mulholland lifetime against the Braves, 4 wins, 5 losses. Career ERA of 3.96.
As if Gant took a shot at right field then, too. He had a late swing and was looking over in that direction. There's a huge hole on the right side because the Phillies play him as a dead pull hitter. See that defense? Grant's doing you a favor, though, when he tries to hit a ball the other way.
A little bit high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jim Fregosi, Johnny Padres, and John Vukovich in the Phillies dugout.
Well, Holland had a bad hip his last start out and really had a little bit of trouble getting loose in the first inning, and I'm sure they're concerned right now, hoping that nothing's happened to him.
Line drive, right center field. Wes Chamberlain makes the grab. Blauser tags, but will hold at second base. Gant's out, but he's out on a line drive to right, 1 down.
That's what I meant, though, about him hitting a ball to right field. You know, he had 2 strikes on him, so that's a little different. But Gant is strong, but where he's really strong is when he pulls the ball. And that time it looked like he was just trying to hit a ball the other way off Mulholland. He did hit it hard, though, but right at Chamberlain.
Coming into play tonight, the Phillies' staff ERA of 3.36 is second best in the National League. And slightly better than that of the Braves, which is 3.40. Houston has the lowest staff ERA in the league. Phillies still lead the league in strikeouts and in complete games. Talked about Mulholland's last start. Actually, between the first and second inning, Jeff Cooper had to jar his hip back into place, the Phillies trainer. Mulholland struggled in that first inning and then went on to pitch 10 innings and win it. No balls and 2 strikes to Justice, who's hitting a .221.
Well, Holland completed his warm-ups and then sat around during that long first inning that the Phillies had, too. They got him some runs, and he might have been a little bit stiff coming out.
Checked his swing on a low breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bills lead at 4-1. We're in the first inning. Surprising first. Glavin and Mulholland pitching. High with it, 2-2.
Mulholland has a kind of bewildered look right now that he just can't get the ball where he wants it.
To center field, but it'll stay in the park. Dykstra right in front of the warning track makes the grab, and Blauser moves up to third after the catch. Well, the Braves have runners at first and third with 2 outs, and it'll bring up Francisco Cabrera.
What kept that ball in the ballpark, besides the fact that he hit it to the deepest part of the park, was that he didn't really get his arms out. David Justice, a typical power hitter who likes to get extended, and he didn't all the way then.
Cabrera now platooning with Sid Bream at first base, with Brian Hunter out with a sprained left hand. He's on the disabled list. Cabrera Batting .241, a couple of home runs. Will always be remembered for that game-winning hit in Game 7 of the League Championship Series.
Yep, scored Sid Bream with the winning run. Actually scored 2 runs. But Bream with the game winner sent him to the World Series.
Cabrera's 26 years of age. He's from the Dominican Republic.
Pendleton on at first base. Not much of a threat to run anymore, especially off Mulholland.
There's a base hit. Browser will score, and it's now a 4-2 ball game. So Atlanta has cut the Phillies' lead in half here in the first. Pendleton stops at second base, and the batter will be Greg Olson. Johnny Padres coming out now to talk to Mulholland.
A lot of these Atlanta hitters look like they're looking for the ball away right now. Mulholland has been pitching a lot of hitters away early this season, and they almost appear to be looking for it out there and deciding that they're going to try and go the other way.
Probably that scouting report they got from Bobby Wine.
No, he was pitching the Cardinals in his last start. No, that's right. It might probably that from that baseball man Bobby Wine, right?
Greg Olson batting at 195. So Mulholland trying to get through this first inning.
Just what you expected, huh? A lot of runs in the first inning off these two.
Wow. The whole series has good pitching matchups. Tomorrow night, Kurt Schilling and Greg Maddux, and on Sunday, Danny Jackson and John Smoltz. There's Smoltz. Olson fouls it back. 1 ball and 1 strike. Over the years, Olson has not hurt the Phillies. Lifetime against the Phils, just a 162 hitter.
Guy coming back from a broken ankle that he suffered late in the season last year and wound up missing postseason play.
Breaking ball missing. 2 balls and 1 strike. There you see the base runners. Pendleton at second, Cabrera at first with 2 outs. 2 runs across. Another hit. Here comes Pendleton rounding third. He's going to score. Throw to third base. Cabrera safe there, and it's now a 4-3 game. This first inning is unbelievable.
Well, both teams get as far as their 8-hitter now in the first inning. This ball is up and out over the plate. Looked like a changeup, and sat up there just saying hit me to Olson, and he did right through the middle. Lenny Dykstra has Cabrera by a mile at third if he makes an accurate throw, but he doesn't. He takes Hollins way off the bag, and you see Cabrera just make it even as far away as Hollins was.
So the Brave runners at first and third with 3 runs across for Mark Lemke, who's batting at 272. There's a line drive to center. Great diving catch by Dykstra. Saves the tying run from coming in. Fine play by Lenny Dykstra, but the Braves scored 3 in the inning. They do it with 4 hits. No Philly errors. 2 men left after 1. Bills 4, Braves 3.
The metal cylinder is secured and turned in a counterclockwise motion, causing the internal railing to rise and disengage. It's easy to make something as simple as opening a jar complex. The challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile. We take cutting-edge technology and place it comfortably in your hands. Bell Atlantic Mobile. Advanced technology and people who make it mean something.
People come in and say, why 5 grades of gasoline? I tell them offering only 3 grades would be like selling suits in small, medium, and large. Some people would get a good fit. Some could use a little tailoring. So if you want to know why we give you all these choices, think about the guy who needs 41 long and And picture him wearing a 39 short.
Ford Taurus LX is a great car. So is Chevy Lumina Euro sedan for $2,600 less. Taurus has a 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. So does Lumina. A roomy trunk. Same here. Optional anti-lock brakes. Ours are standard. And Lumina has a bigger engine, more interior room, and Scotch Guard for $2,600 less. It's only money, but it's your money. And you can save it at your local Chevy Geo dealers.
After one inning of play, it's the Phils 4 and Atlanta 3. You'll be able to see games 2 and 3 of this series with the Braves right here on PHL 17 and the Phillies television network tomorrow night at 7 and Sunday at 1 on your home for the Phils, PHL 17.
Send birthday wishes along tonight to Bill Hulbert. Happy 50th birthday. We got a letter from his mother, Evelyn Shoemaker, who is also 73 today.
Terry Mulholland leads off for the Phillies. Terry is hitless this year, nothing out of 17. Lifetime, he's an .077 hitter. Glavine misses. Ball 1.
Now you have to see which one of these pitchers decides he can settle down and get this game back under control.
Last year, Terry Mulholland was supported with the second best run support in the National League, and Glavine the third best. This year, Mulholland has not been the recipient of a whole lot of runs. He, of course, has them tonight. Foul back and out of play. Glavine has. The Braves are averaging 5.7 runs per game for him this year in his starts. One of the big reasons why he's 4-0. Mulholland goes down on an off-speed pitch. First strikeout for Glavine. That'll bring on Lenny Dykstra. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies.
Lenny Dykstra, as Harry said, saves a tie game here. What a terrific play that was. Lemke hit it right on the nose. He was playing him very shallow. Comes on and makes the play.
Dykstra grounds it sharply foul down the first base side. Saw some ex-Phils in the Upper Deck Heroes Old Timers game tonight before this game. Big Ron Reed, Gene Garber, Ted Sizemore, all were in it.
Willie Montañez.
Yep. No balls and 2 strikes to Lenny Dykstra. Fly ball into left center field. Otis Nixon right there. Dykstra's retired. That's 2 outs, and that'll bring up Mariano Duncan. He grounded out his first time up.
Wondering when the Phillies will have their Upper Deck Heroes of Baseball game. It'll be on the 19th of June, Saturday night. The Florida Marlins will be in town, and the Phillies are bringing back the 1983 club. Mike Schmidt will be in attendance.
Michael Jack, how about that Sweet Pea? Is he coming? Joe Morgan.
I don't think he can make it because of his network television commitment.
1 ball and no strikes. Do the Phillies play Cincinnati then? Will Tony Perez be there?
No, it's Florida.
Florida. Two balls and no strikes. Line drive into left field, and Gant makes a diving catch to retire the side. Couple of fine defensive plays here in the last inning. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the second. Phils 4, Braves 3.
Darren Dalton and the Phillies continue their weekend set way down south with the defending National League champion Atlanta Braves. All this weekend on PHL 17. The Braves are stocked with one of the best pitching staffs in baseball, but the Fightin' Phils are hoping to turn a chop shop into chop suey. It's the Phillies and the Braves tomorrow night at 7 and Sunday afternoon at 1, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
Phils Braves tomorrow at 7.
We know how to help you save on Dodge Caravan during the National Minivan Sale. Take this one. You can get over $1,800 in total savings, including air and no extra charge with the Family Value Package. Or check out this loaded Grand Caravan LE with $2,600 in total savings, including sale prices on some of our most popular luxury options. Only at the Minivan Store. See your nearest Dodge dealer. We know how to help.
Two hours from here, the sailing's outrageous. The cycling is glorious. The rhythm contagious. There's cricket to cheer, mopeds to hop on. And when you're exhausted, a pink beach to plop on. Bermuda, a short trip to the perfect holiday.
Friday, May 21st at 7:35, the Phillies play the Montreal Expos, and you can win an instant vacation. Compliments of Rosenbluth Travel and guest quarters, no purchase necessary. For more information and to reserve your tickets, call 463-1000.
A week from tonight here at Veterans Stadium, it'll be instant vacation night when the Phils take on those Montreal Expos. Pack your bags and be ready to leave on the spot to one of many exciting locations like Tampa, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando, Chicago, and Boston. Trips compliments of Rosenbluth Travel, guest quarters, and U.S. Air. No purchase necessary to win. Just report to the stadium truck ramp between gates G and H beginning at 6. Trips for 2 must be 18 years of age or older. For information on instant vacation night, call 463-1000. Tom Glavine leads it off. Glavine is hitting at 176, 3 for 17. Had a good year offensively last year. He hit 247. Lifetime, he's a 185 hitter. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ooh. A little bit high. 2-2.
At 247 last year was second only among National League pitchers to Doc Gooden of New York, and he only struck out 10 times and 90 at-bats, did Glavine.
Count is now full to Tom Glavine. Walked it. Tom Glavine gets a leadoff walk, the second walk issued by Mulholland, who was the 4th best control pitcher in the league last year. Had only 11 walks coming into this game in 55 innings.
That's what we're worried about, that there's something not right with him tonight. There's Padres getting on the phone to the bullpen early, and that would be another indication, we don't know what it is, but that he's not sharp.
Mike Williams, just called up from Scranton Wilkes-Barre, will get up.
That's what Fergosi said tonight, that he would be the long man.
Here's a bunt by Nixon. Mulholland just one play to first. He gets Otis Nixon. Sacrifice is good by Nixon. It goes Mulholland to Morandini, moving Glavine to second base. And bringing up Jeff Blauser, who singled his first time up.
There's Mike Williams. Right? He was with the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Ball Club yesterday and accompanied the ball club here.
Bills lead it 4-3. We're in the second. In the dirt.
Mulholland was also having problems with a foot during that last start, and that, he said, bothered him more than the hip. He's just not happy right now. He fired that ball in when they wanted a new ball, and physically, I just don't think he's 100% right now, just looking at him.
Ball and no strikes to Blauser. On the inside corner for a called strike, 1-1. Curveball, beauty, called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Terry Mulholland pitching to stay in this game here in the second. Low with it. 2-2.
Happy birthday tonight to Abner Leister from Pennsburg, Pennsylvania, 93 years of age. That comes from his whole family.
Missing, ball 3. And that is just not like Terry Mulholland to fall behind hitters and walk hitters.
Johnny Padres is up on the top step of the dugout now, looking down at Williams to see if he's ready yet.
Ground ball to the shortstop, takes a funny hop, but Duncan stays with it. Low throw dug out by Kruk. That's 2 down.
Kruk is really underrated with his defense. That was a tough play. He just had it looked like a short hop too on a grass and dirt field, and he picked it.
Brings on Terry Pendleton. He singled his first time up. Pendleton, as we mentioned, off to a slow start, but he's 1 for 1 tonight. Laces it down the right field line. It's a fair ball and going down toward the corner. Pendleton will get 2 on it. Chamberlain trouble with it, but Terry will stop at second. Glavine scores, and this game is tied at 4-4.
Pendleton, as Harry mentioned, has been having trouble offensively. Tonight, it looks like he's just trying to hit the ball where it's pitched. First time up, hit it right back through the middle. This time Mulholland started him away, and he hits it that way. Pendleton kind of slowed up going into second. He could have gotten to third on this when Chamberlain fumbles it, but he didn't see it. So he just pulled up at second. He will make that third out at third base.
Brings on Ron Gant, who lined out to right his first time up. Pendleton at second with 2 outs. We're tied at 4 here in the second inning. That's well hit to deep left, and that ball's out of here. A home run, Ron Gant. The Braves have taken a 6-4 lead here in the second inning. Number 7 for Gant. He jumped on a high fastball and tomahawked it into the seats.
Well, that's what he is. He's a high fastball hitter, and Mulholland just threw it right up in his zone. They have another left-hand. They have a left-handed hitter coming up now in Justice, and it looks like Fergosi's going to give him one more at bat. There it is. I mean, that ball's right up where Ron Gant's power is. If this were a right-handed hitter, I think he might make a change.
Big swing, no contact by Justice, who flied to deep center his first time up. So the Braves have a 6-4 lead here in the second inning. Ground ball to Kruk. Kruk will make the play himself. That will retire the side, but Atlanta takes the lead. They score 3 runs in the inning, 2 hits, including a homer by Gant, no errors and none left, and after 2, it's 6-4 Atlanta.
Come make contact with another world. SeaWorld.
Burt Reynolds talks with the Quaker State team.
Hold on. I got to get my name on the car or my fans are getting restless.
No rules.
boom.
How about on the big Q?
The big Q stands alone. Stands for quality.
You can't get better protection.
No other oil beats Quaker State.
How about right here?
No way. Red doesn't like to be crowded.
My fans are getting demanding.
All right. We'll go get the painter.
You must have had a hard time finding the painter. Nothing beats Quaker State. It's one tough motor oil.
Make a note to make history when the Colorado Rockies come to town for the first time. Friday, June 4th, Saturday, June 5th, and get a big beach towel free 1:35 Sunday afternoon, June 6th. Then it's the Astros, June 7th, 8th, and 9th. Order your tickets in advance. Call 463-1000.
For 1993, Fleer Ultra Baseball has even more gold foil stamping, dramatically improved backs, and new Ultra Hot limited edition subsets. 93 Fleer Ultra. Proof you still can't buy a better baseball card.
Our trivia question tonight is an easy one for you, Wheels. Who are the 4 Cy Young Award winners in the park tonight? Tom Glavine delivering to John Kruk for a strike. Kruk walked and scored a run his first time up. Terry Mulholland is finished for the night. Mike Williams is walking in from the Phillies bullpen after taking his warm-up tosses, and he's going to pitch in the bottom half of this inning, it would appear. Little tap or foul. There's Williams.
Yeah, Mulholland went down the tunnel, the steps that lead to the tunnel. Watch this. He just goes in, towels off, grabs his hat, glove. Nobody says anything. Schilling gives him a little pat on the back, and he's gone. That's what I meant. If Justice hadn't been up there, a left-handed batter, he wouldn't have even pitched to him, but they figured, let's try one more left. Obviously something physically wrong with him tonight.
No balls and 2 strikes to John Kruk. Spoils a good breaking ball, still 0-2.
And birthday wishes tonight to Harry Waldron of Philadelphia. He's 75, and Horace Duke Evans of Douglasville, Pennsylvania, 65.
Braves lead 6-4. We're in the 3rd. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jim Fregosi and Dennis Menke.
And Jim Fregosi standing there thinking, boy, I hope he's not hurt bad.
Yes, sir. Phillies starting pitching has been so good. One of the reasons the Phillies have the best record in baseball is because of the starting pitching. And Mulholland, of course, the #1. Second strikeout for Glavine, 1 down.
Tom Glavine now all of a sudden sees, an opportunity to right his ship and win this ball game, or at least give his team the chance to. He's down 4-0 in the first inning. Now in the 3rd inning, he leads 6-4.
Sunday, May 23rd is equipment bag day for all youngsters 14 and under. Terrific equipment bag, full size in red with blue handles and the Phillies logo. Compliments of Super Pretzel. Hollins lost a fly ball into shallow center. Nixon got a late start, but still makes the grab because of his speed. Nixon actually started back, but because of the great speed, he makes the grab. 2 outs.
David Justice does the smart thing here, too. He goes into a slide at the last second to get out of the way so there's no collision. As Harry mentioned, you could see Otis Nixon break back on that and then just outruns the ball. Here comes Justice. He just goes into a slide to make sure they don't collide.
Equipment bag day, Sunday, May 23rd. The Phils in Montreal. 4 tickets, just call 463-1000 or stop by one of the many local Ticketmaster locations. One ball and no strikes to Darren Dalton. He doubled, chasing in 2 his first time up. Line drive to right field, but right at Justice, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 6-4 Atlanta.
The new Lexus GS Luxury Performance Sedan. It not only corners better than the BMW 535i, but it rides smoother. Of course, if you still insist on feeling every pebble in the road, be our guest. See the GS at your Lexus dealer. The price is within reach, too.
What could 4 minutes cost if your 800 service goes down? If you're big in the travel business, $240,000. But with us, nobody misses the boat. Introducing the AT&T 800 service Never Miss a Call guarantee. Now, if there's a problem, we can reroute your calls in less than a second. Sign up for the Never Miss a Call guarantee. It's the #1 reason with AT&T 800 service, it's always smooth sailing. AT&T, the best in the business, guaranteed.
Mike's the first guy that ever explained life insurance in a way that we could understand it.
Making things clear is the part of my job I like best.
He showed us all the options that Nationwide has and even helped us choose.
It's training, seminars and updates. It just never stops at Nationwide.
With life insurance, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And we know Mike.
Agents like Mike are Nationwide.
Nationwide is on your...
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. By Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut Delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. And by your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. Mike Williams will be the new pitcher for the Phils, 6'3", 195. Williams, 23 years of age, a Virginia Tech Hokie. He was 6-0 at Grand Wilkes-Barre with a 3.05 ERA in 7 starts, 1 complete game. 46 2/3 innings he pitched, giving up 44 hits, 16 earned runs. Had a good strikeout walk ratio, 35 strikeouts and just 7 walks. I can't imagine when Mike Williams got on that charter in Scranton Wilkes-Barre last night that he anticipated being in this big game immediately.
No.
1 ball and no strikes to Francisco Cabrera.
He's a sinker breaking ball type pitcher, relies on control. Last year when he was up, he really could not sink the ball the way they said he had done in the minor leagues, and he got hurt. And it doesn't look like Poncino's calling that low strike either.
3 balls and no strikes to Cabrera. That's over for a strike, 3-1.
What the Phillies have to do is somehow get out a little bit of a funk they're in right now. You know, when you go out to a 4-0 lead and your best pitcher gives up 6 and it looks like he's not right, you can get your head down a little.
Line drive into center field. Dykstra makes the grab, and that's 1 down.
This club has shown they have a lot of characters on it and a lot of guys with character. And this is one of those games where you just have to reach back a little bit and put that behind you early in the game.
Here's Greg Olson. He's singled to drive in a run his first time up. Our trivia question tonight. Can you name the 4 Cy Young Award winners in the park tonight?
So that's an easy one, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Tom Glavine.
Yeah.
Greg Maddux.
Of course. Won it last year.
The man you call The Rock.
Steve Bedrosian.
And Mark Davis.
Right. 2 balls and no strikes.
Mark Davis had stayed with Atlanta this year. They'd had 4 on the same team.
Might have been another one. Didn't Raleigh Fingers win a Cy Young Award, or did he? Hall of Famer. He was in that old timers game.
Yeah, he was in the park tonight at one time, right?
He's fallen behind his second straight hitter, 3-0. He came back to get Cabrera. Three balls and 1 strike. He walked him. Mulholland walked 2 while he was in there, and now Williams has walked a batter. The batter will be Mark Lemke, the switch hitter who lined to center his first time up. Lemke is a better hitter right-handed than left this year, hitting .387 right-handed, .222 left-handed. He pops it up behind second base. Who wants it? Morandini calls. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Tom Glavine, the pitcher. He walked and scored a run his first time up. Braves leading at 6-4. We're in the bottom half of the third. One strike to Glavine. Williams actually is coming back with 3 days rest. His last start was 4 days ago on the 10th at Pawtucket. Won a complete game win, a 2-hitter. Missing with a slider. Two balls and a strike to Glavine with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Fouls at left field side, 2-2. Braves lead at 6-4. We're in the bottom of the third. Unusual development here at Fulton County Stadium with Tom Glavine and Terry Mulholland, the starting pitchers. Mulholland gone now. Try to get a report on Terry, and just did not physically look right tonight.
Here's Ron Gann, who hit a 2-run home run off it.
Glavine is called out on strikes. That will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Rich Ashburn joins Chris Wheeler in the 4th after 3, 6-4 Atlanta.
This is your world, genuine and true. You're the one who keeps coming through, 'cause you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
Phone, Mr. Lyons. Phone.
Hello?
Lyons, that package you sent never got in. Me. What? I am shocked and appalled. Let me confer with my staff. Federal Express?
Only Federal Express can confirm delivery in seconds and has a tracking guarantee.
Your people received the package at 9:20 a.m.
I'm terribly sorry.
Say no more. Let's do lunch.
Nobody tracks better than Federal Express.
She's an assistant bank manager, a real go-getter. But tonight, she's Sally Camp, pizza delivery girl. You see, Sally thinks she has to drive to get great pizza. It's like she's working for the local pizzeria. Come on, Sally. Wake up and smell the mozzarella. Call Pizza Hut Delivery for delicious piping hot pizza. And right now, get a large Neapolitan pizza for $6.99 or 2 for $10.99. Hey, Sal, get off the road and phone it in. Why pick up? Pizza Hut delivers.
Well, Photo Night is coming up Saturday, June 5th at 7:05. Phillies and the Colorado Rockies. You can get those up-close photos of your favorite Phils, compliments of Kodak. So come on out early. Picture taking is from 5:45 to 6:15 right on the field at the Vet. Just call 463-1000 or stop by a local Ticketmaster location. That is Photo Night Saturday, June 5th at 7:05. Phillies and the Rockies, compliments of Kodak. We move to the 4th inning right now, 6-4 in favor of the Atlanta Braves. Rich Ashburn joins us. I guess at the beginning of this game you didn't think there'd be 10 runs scored in 3 innings, huh?
Not with these two pitchers, I tell you. That was a big surprise, and there have been some hard outs also.
Phillies had a runner thrown out at the plate in the first inning after they had scored 4 runs. So here we go now to the 4th inning as Glavine has settled down after giving up 4 runs in the first. He's retired the side in order in the 2nd and 3rd. Cavilla, the batter, he was credited with a double when Gant misjudged his line drive to left. There's a shot to the gap in left center. See if Gant can cut it off. Nope, it's going to go to the wall. So Cavilla has a leadoff double here in the 4th inning. His 2nd of the game, his 4th of the year.
And Gant kind of made up for messing up that ball, then he threw a runner out at the plate and hit a 2-run homer. Cavilla really smoked this ball right down through the middle of the plate. A bullet past Gant.
Now Wes Chamberlain has just gone down to talk to Larry Bowen. That is probably about whether they want him to give himself up, hit it to the right side. You have another left-handed batter coming up, and Mickey Morandini on deck, and the Phillies are down by 2 runs.
I think he has to try to go to the right side. You know, we're only in the 4th inning. Pick up a run here and there, you're right there.
He pitched to Wes's outside, ball 1. Phillies 6 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Braves, 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Phils in the 4th inning.
He wasn't going to the right side there.
No.
Chased a bad pitch. It was up high, a pitch that you could hit a long way if you got your bat on it. Kind of a hanger.
Chamberlain hit the ball a long way his first time up, hit it to the wall and left. Gant leaped up right in front of the wall, went off his glove for an error. And the count now 1-2 on Chamberlain. Jimmy Williams and Bobby Cox look on. Those two guys at one time were very prominent in the Toronto Blue Jays organization.
Both managed up there. Both fired up there. It always happens to a manager. Unless you own the ball club the way Connie Mack did.
Chamberlain fouls it off. Glavine tried to get him with a changeup, and West just spoiled it out of play. Huge crowd here again tonight. It's an announced sellout, although there appear to be a few seats available in the upper deck. Ron Reed up here in the booth with us. We had the Upper Deck Heroes old-timers game before the game, a big slink.
I think Ron could have pitched as well as we've seen here tonight. He pitched 1 scoreless inning.
Threw a slider on the first pitch he threw to Ted Sizemore. Pitch to Chamberlain is grounded towards third, cut off nicely. Pendleton, he'll throw him out. Nobody can advance on that play. Cavilla stays at second.
That was not a good at-bat by West, not because he got put out, but he didn't swing at a strike. 4 pitches were all balls. Pendleton fielding that up in the webbing of his glove.
Just got a report from Lee Tobin from the Phillies publicity department that Terry Mulholland left the game with an escalated temperature. Does that mean he's sick?
I would say so. There's been a little flu going around.
Morandini hits it hard to center. Here comes Nixon. He's there and grabs it. And remaining at second base is Cavilla. Well, if that's what it is, then that actually is good news for the Phillies because it's not an injury to Terry Mulholland, although he's gone after just 2 innings tonight. His shortest outing last year was 3 innings. And now with 2 outs, they're going to let Mike Williams bat here as Jim Fregosi don't want to blow his whole pitching staff in 1 game. There's Fregosi looking on.
Well, that's why they got Williams, is to pitch long relief. Hope he can shut him down.
He was 4 for 10, Whitey, as a hitter last year with 2 runs batted in. Mike Williams, who is 23 years of age, will be 24 on July the 29th. At 33 days of major league service prior to this year.
Pitched a great game against the Dodgers. He has as good a AAA record about as you can get. He's 15-1 in AAA. A pitcher that beat him, they ought to sign him.
Swing and a miss. That game against the Dodgers you're talking about was on July 5th. He beat Ramon Martinez in that game at Los Angeles, and he got his first major league hit and RBI also. Glavine is now ahead of him, 1 ball and 2 strikes with Incaviglia leadoff double still at second base. And he chases a pitch in the dirt, and it's a foul ball. Tom Glavine wants a new baseball from Larry Poncino, the home plate umpire. Braves lead it by 2 here in the 4th. First of 3 for you will have on PHL 17 this weekend. Had good pitching matchups in all of them. So far tonight, it's been a hitter's night. This is Mike Williams on in relief of Terry Mulholland. Williams fouls it off the end of the bat. Mulholland was a horse for the Phillies last year. He led the league in complete games. His shortest outing was 3 innings, and that was at St. Louis on August the 5th. He's gone after 2 tonight. Breaking ball, he struck him out looking. So Williams is gone, so are the Phillies, who waste that leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. They'll lead 1 to the bottom of the 4th. 6-4 Atlanta.
The Highway Patrol. High-speed chases, deadly pursuits. They're putting their lives on the line.
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Now, right along with the action on an explosive new series.
Open that door right now!
See the action, feel the heat, and get behind the wheel of TV's hottest new show 5 times a week.
Get your hands up. Get them up.
Real stories of the Highway Patrol.
Weeknights at 7:30 on PHL 17.
It seems Europeans have a passion for certain things American. And one of them happens to be the reliable, efficient delivery of a certain American delivery company, UPS. Fact is, we've built the most comprehensive delivery network in Europe. So next time you need something shipped there, use the outfit Europeans find, well, so fashionable. UPS, the package delivery company more companies count on.
What's exciting about the business, even though we've been in it now 30 years, we're still learning every day. We've made every mistake twice at least. We're always experimenting with new shapes and new forms, but I think that's part of the learning curve. I think that's part of the lesson of life, and certainly the lesson of retail. And I think that just the very fact that people can use their American Express card ends up creating an additional sale for the store.
American Express is welcomed at Crate and Barrel, and plenty of places they pack them in.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. 7 games in the American League tonight. First in Texas. No score between the White Sox and the Rangers in the first. In the second inning, Milwaukee 3, Cleveland nothing. Robin Yount activated off the DL. Minnesota 3, Boston 1 in the third. New York leads Toronto 2-1 in the fourth. Mickey Templeton with his 8th home run of the season, 2-1 Baltimore in the 6th, and 2 games later on tonight. Let's send it back to Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler for the bottom of the 4th.
All right, Neil Hartman, thank you very much. We are in the 4th inning. Otis Nixon leads it off, and Nixon takes a ball outside. He walked and scored in the first inning, sacrificed in the second. Otis coming into the game at 252. He remains there. He bunts a lot. He has 4 bunt base hits this year. Hollins is up at the corner at third, and Kruk up at first as he takes a strike, faking a bunt. There he goes again. And the pitch misses. 2-1. And this pitch is a fastball, misses inside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike on Nixon. Don't want to walk Nixon because he leads the league in stolen bases. Otis has 18 of them in 19 attempts. Fouled away and the count full. It'll be Nixon, Blauser, and Pendleton here in the 4th inning in a game that the Braves lead 6-4 after the Phillies took a 4-run lead in the top of the 1st. Mike Williams in his 2nd inning, and the pitch misses outside. He walks him. So the best base stealer in the league is on at first. And here's Blauser. Blauser's 1 for 2. He has singled and scored and grounded out. Well, the Phillies will have to watch Nixon. Nixon's stolen 15 consecutive bases. Second base 15 times, third base 3 for his total of 18. Here's the stretch by Williams, and the pitch, he doesn't go, and Blauser takes it high, ball 1. Ball and no strikes to Blauser. At some point in this count, you would expect him to run, and Williams moves over there. A little trouble with Whitey's microphone right now, and we're in the process of rectifying that situation. 1 ball, no strikes to Blauser. He does not go, and the pitch is hit in the air to center field. Playable for Dykstra. Nixon halfway will go back to the bag. He's not tagging, and Lenny gets it back in. So Mike Williams retires Blauser 1 away here in the 4th. Well, it's Beach Towel Day coming up Sunday, June 6th. Phillies and the Colorado Rockies at 1:35. Oversized beach towels featuring the Fanatic free-for-all kids 14 and under. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. That'll be a special day for everybody, but especially for the kids as they pick up that beach towel. So come on out. Call 463-1000 for your tickets, or stop by the Center City ticket office at a new location this year, Mellon PSFS. That's located at Broad and Chestnut Streets. Here's Terry Pendleton. A good game so far. He singled in a run in the 1st, doubled in a run in the 2nd. Quick move over there, and back in time is Otis Nixon. There's Otis Nixon with those 18 stolen bases to lead the league. Nixon does not go again. Pendleton takes the pitch, and it's low. Pendleton taking the pitch for Nixon, figuring he's going to run. Pendleton coming into the game, batting at just 183 as Jimmy Williams goes through the signs. His average is now 194 on a 2-for-2 night. Pendleton with that open stance from the left side. And Otis does not go again. And this pitch is outside, 2-0.
Been behind a lot of hitters, has Williams. He hasn't been in a whole lot of trouble, but you get behind good hitters, you're in trouble usually.
You have to think this would be a pretty good pitch to run on, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir. Might be a pretty good pitch to hit, too.
Contact hitter and a good base runner. Pendleton batting 179 right-handed, 184 from the left side coming into the game, and he has been in a season-long struggle. They continue to bat him in that 3-hole, where he's been so successful the last couple years for Atlanta. Nixon with a big lead, and there he goes, and the pitch is hit to deep center. Dykstra on his horse, a long run at the track. He can't get it. It bounces off the wall. Otis Nixon being waved around. He'll score. Pendleton safe with a double. He's 3 for 3, and it's 7-4 Atlanta.
They're hitting some hard balls tonight. 4-run lead is now a 7-4 deficit. Ball went right to the bottom of that center field fence, right around that 402 sign. And he just couldn't quite reach it. I don't think he knew exactly where he was on that warning track.
Double number 2 on the night for Pendleton on at second base, 7 on the year. He's knocked in 3 runs now. He has 18 of them overall. This has to be one of his best games of the year. And here's Gant with a 2-run homer. The pitch is a breaking ball over for a strike. On deck is Dave Justice. Braves with 7 runs on 7 hits. They've committed 1 error. And the Phillies with 4 runs on 4 hits and no errors. Another breaking ball, line to left, and Cavilla back. He can't get it. It's off the wall. Gant will head for second as Pendleton scores, and he has a double, and it's 8-4.
I'll bring Johnny Padres out again. He hung a slider, I believe it was. Just dropped right in over the heart of the plate. Oh. Good pitch to hit, and he hit it. Strong little guy.
Ball really took off, too. I think Incaviglia actually thought he had a shot at it for a while, and then it just soared over his head. See, right there, Incaviglia was looking at it like he thought he might catch it, and then it's 10 feet over his head off the base of the wall. Gant has now knocked in 3 runs in the game, as has Pendleton. Gant with 20 RBIs, and the tomahawk chop in full chop right now. Phillies are in trouble in this game early when Mulholland had to leave after 2 with what we've got a note on was an escalated temperature. David Justice, the batter, and he swings and misses. Justice tonight is 0 for 2. He's flied to center, grounded out, both off Mulholland.
And Robert Booth here tonight from the Lehigh Valley area. Family and friends watching our game.
Here's the 0-1 to Justice. It's low. Justice coming into the game, 8 home runs, 25 runs batted in. He had a big weekend series at Colorado and then really cooled off against Houston, going just 1 for 12.
Pitching makes a difference.
Boy, is that showing in this game. It's low. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
2 balls and a strike on Justice. Phillies playing him as a dead pull hitter and deep in the outfield. Now you see the defense, and the count now 3-1. So Justice will look for something on which to wail. On deck is Francisco Cabrera, the first baseman, a right-handed hitter.
Well, they have a base open, so they're going to probably won't give Justice too much swing at here.
Long drive, deep right field, way out of here, home run Justice. I figured he'd get something 3-1. If he liked it, he'd hit it, and he did. For Justice, his 9th of the year, and the Braves are blowing him out right now, 10-4.
I didn't think he'd give him much to hit, but he gave him a fastball right down there where he likes it. It was around the knees. Justice loves to hit low pitches. He won't hit it much better than this.
He tried to sink it, and it didn't sink enough. Here's Cabrera. Pitch to him is grounded on a hop to Duncan to his right. Long throw for Mariano. Got him. And that's the second out of the inning. Cabrera is now 1 for 3 with an RBI single, and that'll bring up Greg Olson, the catcher, 1 for 1 with an RBI hit. There's Gant and Justice on the bench. They hit home runs so far tonight. Phillies led 4-0, and now they trail 10-4, and we're in the 4th inning. Braves with 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the 4th. Right off the plate. Duncan has to wait for it to come down. Fires. Got him. Olson, the catcher, not running very well, so he's out at first. Another big inning for Atlanta. 4 runs. 4 hits. No errors. Nobody left. Through 4. 10-4 Braves.
When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, we'll give you all the cash all at once. In one lump sum. All you have to do is pick it up. Cash 5. All the cash all at once. When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, you'll get all the cash all at once in one lump sum. And won't that feel good? Cash 5. All the cash all at once.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one
Before our children can carry on some of our most fundamental values, they must first understand them. And we can't think of a better reason to support education. Mellon PSFS.
You can feel it deep inside. Dedication and a real sense of pride. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your Proud to be your bud.
Well, let's look at how they scored. Looked good for the Phillies in the first inning. 2-run double by Darren Dalton, an RBI double by Incaviglia, an error by Gant. Phillies led it 4-0, but the Braves came right back in the first. Pendleton doubled in a run, then Cabrera and Olson had RBI hits. Now we move to the second inning, and an RBI double by Pendleton after a walk to the pitcher. Glavine tied it. Ron Gant's 2-run homer made it 6-4 Atlanta. In the fourth inning, off Mike Williams, a leadoff walk to Nixon, then a double by Pendleton. 7-4, a double by Gant, 8-4, and then that booming shot by Dave Justice, a 2-run homer, 10-4. The Atlanta Braves lead it. That's how they scored, and we go to the fifth. Dykstra leads it off, 0-for-1 with a walk. Tom Glavine has to think he's one of the luckiest men on earth. It looked like he might not make it through the first, Whitey.
That's happened to him a couple of times this year, and you have to give him credit. He's shut him down since then.
Dykstra with a line drive, and that's a base hit to center field over the glove of Blauser. So Lenny Dykstra on with his first hit of the night. The Phillies have their leadoff man on in the fifth inning for Duncan, 0-for-2. If you're just tuning in, Terry Mulholland was knocked around in the first 2 innings and left, and we got a note that he left with an escalated temperature. So obviously he was not feeling very well tonight and just did not pitch well. Mike Williams gave up 4 runs in the fourth. The first 6 are charged to Mulholland, and now Sid Bream has moved in to play first for the Braves. He'll bat in Cabrera's 6-hole spot. Duncan takes it outside, ball 1. Mariano grounded to first in the first, lined out to Gant, who made a spectacular play in the second inning.
Still early in the ball game. You know, there's a lot of time to score, but 6 runs is a lot to pick up.
Duncan beats it foul, third base side.
A lot to pick up off supposedly good pitching.
Yeah, and this is a good pitcher out here, and Tom Glavine, Cy Young Award winner. Have another one out here tomorrow night, and Greg Maddux for Atlanta. Phillies will have Kurt Schilling, and then on Sunday, John Smoltz and Danny Jackson in this 3-game series. Hit hard to center. Nixon got a good jump on it. He's back at the track, and he makes the play. Otis Nixon had a flying leap at that one and got it. And Dykstra back to first, 1 away. Duncan's hit it hard twice, and there's nothing to show for it.
Now, Otis can still cover a lot of ground out there. He drifted. He probably should have been back there a little quicker, but he looked like he had a beat on it most of the way.
Well, that'll bring up Kruk, who walked and scored in the first, struck out in the third. Kruk 0 for 1. Batting at .349. John coming into the game at .352. Braves are not holding Dykstra on at first, taking the hole away. And the first pitch is high, ball 1. With a 6-run lead, there's no sense in holding Dykstra on, so Bream is backing off him. Strike called, 1-1. 10-9-1 now for Atlanta, 4-5-0 for the Phillies. Dykstra's hit their 5th of the night. Fouled off by Kruk.
Kruk saw that breaking ball all the way. It was kind of a hanger. It was up high and in a good swing, but fouled it off.
The count now 1-2 on Kruk with Hollins on deck. Two balls and 2 strikes to Kruk. There's Dave Hollins waiting to bat. Braves play Kruk as an opposite field hitter. Nixon shading him towards left center. Kruk hits it up the middle. Nice hook off the glove of Lemke. They won't get anybody. Dykstra will stop at second. We'll see how they score.
Ought to be a base hit. Diving to his right, and would have been a great play had he caught it.
And it is a base hit for Kruk, his first of the game. 6 for the Phillies off the glove of Lemke. Hollins the batter. Hollins lived on a fielder's choice in the first inning, scored a run. He flied to deep center his last time up. Here comes Leo Mazzoni out to have a conversation with Glavine, and the Braves are not taking any chances. They're going to get the bullpen up. And it's Pete Smith, who's been a starting pitcher for them, and who really hasn't pitched that much lately because of the off days. Kind of the same fate Ben Rivera's had for the Phillies. Smith has been in 6 games, 5 as a starter. Bobby Cox and Jim Fregosi are pretty well aware that this is not a pitcher's night necessarily.
A lot of hits, a lot of base runners.
Pendleton playing Hollins way over near the line. Big hole on the left side. Hit to deep left field. Back goes Gann. It is off the top of the wall. Dykstra's going to score. Here comes Kruk to third. Hollins to second. 10-5 now in favor of the Braves as Hollins just missed a home run.
Hollins has really had some good cuts off Glavine tonight, and he finally connected here. A low liner that a screamer out there against the wall over Gant's head off the bottom of the fence. Bounced right back to Gant.
So here's Dalton with a left-handed batter up. Even though left-handers hit Glavine better, they're going to leave him in the game. Dutch a 2-run double tonight in the first inning. He's also lined to Justice in right field. It's to Dalton. Over for a strike called. Dalton's 2 RBIs give him a total of 25. That was Hollins' 25th. Dalton did not like that call. Strike 2 call. Just like that, he's ahead of him 0-2. Incaviglia waits on deck. Dalton with a chance to pick up a couple here, or maybe one, with a fly ball. There's 1 out in the inning. Phillies with a run in, still trail it by 5. 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. Hitter's night at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. It's really a pleasant night, not one of those real hot, humid nights you get here a lot of times. 2-2. Crowd getting a little restless now with Tom Glavine. Checks They want an appeal to third? No, says the third base umpire Rich Rieker. So Darren Dalton has come from 0-2 and now back to 3-2. You have to think, if he gets on base here, there's no way that Glavine's going to pitch to Incaviglia, who's hit 2 balls hard.
You wouldn't think so. You know that they want Glavine to get through this 5th if he can.
Pitch to Dalton. Swinging a ground ball to short. They'll get an out on it. Phillies will get another run. Dalton retired. Kruk crosses the plate. Hollins to third. It's a 10-6 game. For Darren Dalton, his 26th run batted into the year as Kruk scores. And Incaviglia, the batter, he got a double in the first inning when Gant misjudged his line drive. He scored a run, and then he hit a double in the alley in left center in the 4th. Incaviglia now with 4 doubles on the year. Glavine's pitch to him is a breaking ball low, ball 1. Dave Hollins at third with 2 outs. The Phillies with a couple of runs in the inning and now trail at 10-6. On deck is Chamberlain. Pete Smith just standing now and watching the proceedings out in the bullpen. And there is Chamberlain on deck. And Smith just looking on. Incaviglia takes it down low. And it's 3-0. He takes a look at Larry Bowe to see if he has a green light.
He could have. He's really been on Glavine with those 2 doubles.
He did.
Pitch was a little high, not a great pitch to, not a great 3-0 pitch.
Bobby Cox thinking, oh, he had a pretty good swing at that. I may have to get him pretty soon. 3-1 to Incaviglia. Deep to left, but it's going to hook foul. Home run range, but it hooked right off the bat and was way foul, so it's 3-2. Cox knows, as Whitey just said, he's trying to get him a win by getting through the 5th inning, but it's close. 4 2/3.
He's a base hit away, I think, from being lifted.
Absolutely. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Incaviglia. Swinging a foul went off the mask of Poncino, the home plate umpire.
That was a little high too, but Incaviglia wants to hit anything close. He'll be swinging.
Bobby Cox knows he needs to get his pitcher out of this game, but he wants to get him through 5. He's really kind of caught in the middle now. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a bad ball. So Glavine gets through the 5th. The Phillies pick up 2 in the inning on 3 hits. There were no errors. They'll leave 1. To the bottom of the 5th inning, Atlanta 10 and the Phillies 6.
A lot of airlines fly to Europe, but only TWA gives you room to stretch out and relax to Europe's most exciting cities. TWA replaced coach with comfort class to give you the most legroom of any airline to Europe at no extra cost. We're even adding footrests, so you'll not only enjoy Europe, you'll enjoy the flight.
Let's say you want a well-equipped 6-passenger car for under $13,000. Look into Dodge Spirit. With the right package, you can get one with options like air conditioning, speed control, and more. And right now, you'll get it all with at least $1,000 cash back, making it the lowest priced 6-passenger car you can buy for only $12,625. Meaning whether you buy, lease, or just want to look, Spirit is a logical choice. See your nearest Dodge dealer today. We know how to help.
Mark your calendar and clear your schedule. The Phillies play the pitching powerful Atlanta Braves Monday, June 21st and Tuesday, June 22nd, both at 7:35, followed by an always popular business person special Wednesday afternoon, June 23rd at 12:35. Reserve your tickets by phone. Call 463-1000.
So Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else. There's the I-Plan, your Quality Plus Ford dealers who invite you to come in and test drive the brand new 1993 Probe. And by Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in Philadelphia is Thomas Gannon. Mark Lemke, the batter, and he hits a ground ball to second right at Morandini on a big hop. Throws out Lemke. Lemke batting in the 8-hole is now 0 for 3. And that'll be it for Tom Glavine. This will be Tony Tarasco coming out to bat for Glavine. Glavine will go 5, and that'll be it. There's Leo Mazzoni talking with his starter, who had a struggling outing. Phillies can't be happy with themselves to have 6 runs off Glavine and still be trailing by 4. Well, Glavine done for the evening, and Tony Tarasco, the batter, a left-handed hitter, hitting at 200. 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Popped up foul out of play. Tarasco is out of Santa Monica, California. Was signed as a free agent, a non-drafted player by Atlanta. In June of 1988 at Greenville, Double-A last year, hit 286 in 133 games with 15 homers. Sinker ball over for a strike. Here is Pete Smith, who will be the new Atlanta pitcher in the 6th inning, as both starters are now gone and they were roughed up. Tarasco takes it over for a strike 3 called. He's gone. That is strikeout number 2 for Mike Williams. 2 outs, nobody on base here in the 5th for Otis Nixon on a perfect night. 2 walks and a sacrifice, and Nixon scored twice.
Probably try to bunt, even though there's 2 outs, because he can steal a base.
Hits at the Kruk, who was playing him shallow, and Mike Williams has a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 5. It's Atlanta 10 and the Phillies 6.
This is your world, genuine and true. You're the one who keeps coming through, 'cause you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your. Proud to be your bud.
It's where you thought they'd gone to retire, maybe to play shuffleboard. But they had other ideas, and now they're why most of your calls go to the same area code. Call AT&T now, and you could pay less for them. Spend $40 or more a month, we'll take 25% off your favorite area code, plus 15% off your other calls. Guaranteed, with no monthly fee. Call 1-800-426-4752. Real savings made simple. Just another part of the I-Plan.
I heard you guys got a great deal on the 93 Ford Escort.
Not a deal, a whole new way of buying. 4 Escorts, one price, $10,499.
Not so fast. I want power steering, rear defrost, and a good stereo.
Still one price.
All right, I want air conditioning. And what if I want a hatchback or a sedan?
$10,499.
Now you can get any of 4 new 93 Escorts, all well-equipped, for $10,499. No gimmicks, no hidden costs. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
How about a wagon?
$10,499.
Well, when the Phils return to this road trip down south to Atlanta and Florida, those Montreal Expos, the best hitting team in the league, come into town for 4 games. Instant vacation night on Friday, May 21st, the Thursday night game. Equipment bag day will be on Sunday, and then the New York Mets Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for 3-night games. Just call 463-1000 for your tickets. Stop by that Center City ticket office. It's a new location this year at Mellon PSFS. That's at Broad and Chestnut. Former #1 pick of the Phillies, Pete Smith, coming on now. Smith into game number 7, 5 of them as a starter. You see the numbers on Smith, the league batting .243 against this right-hander, who's had 1 relief appearance on the year. That came on the 18th of April at San Francisco, when he went 3 innings, 2 hits, gave up an earned run, walked 1, and struck out 3. Smith, the #5 starter for Atlanta. He'll face Wes Chamberlain, Mickey Morandini, And then a pinch hitter for Mike Williams. Chamberlain takes a breaking ball low and outside. Phillies have their bullpen up, and it's left-hander Mark Davis. There's Davis. He'll be the new pitcher after the Phillies hit for Williams in this inning. Chamberlain fouls it off. That's right over Rich Ashburn's head into the upper deck.
They usually don't come up this far here, but that was up in the upper deck. 300 level.
Pete Smith, now 27 years of age, born in Weymouth, Massachusetts, now lives in Smyrna, Georgia, as Chamberlain takes it low. 6'2", 200-pounder for Atlanta last year. He was 7-0 in 12 games, 11 of them starts, with a sparkling 2.05 earned run average. Chamberlain hits a long drive to deep left field, and that's a home run. Let's see how far it goes. Way out to left. Wes Chamberlain, a home run, his third of the year. And now it's 10-7 as Bobby Cox looks on.
Wes won't hit him much better than that. Got a high fastball, and one swing, one quick run.
That's the 5th home run ball given up by Pete Smith in 37 1/3 innings, Whitey.
See that high fastball up there just under the letters.
And here's Morandini, hits it to third. Pendleton, a high throw right to Bream, and he gets him one away. So now the Phillies will go to the bench, and let's see who comes out to hit. Milt Thompson will be the pinch hitter. There's Chamberlain after that home run. Thompson will hit for Williams. Wes Chamberlain with a home run, number 3. And here comes Thompson. Milt 225 on the year, 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Wes Chamberlain now has 10 runs batted in on the year. 10-7 now in favor of Atlanta. We're in the 6th. Breaking ball over for a strike. There is Kent Merker, left-hander, getting up for the Atlanta Braves. Thompson takes it outside. Lenny Dykstra waits on deck as the Phillies go to the top of their order after Thompson. Two balls and one strike now on Milt with one out.
They don't like to throw Milt Thompson fastballs. He's thrown in 3 off-speed pitches. There's a fastball. Good cut at it.
Pete Smith was traded to the Atlanta Braves along with Ozzie Virgil in exchange for Steve Bedrosian and the guy at home plate, Milt Thompson. There's a ground ball towards Bream. He gloves it, flips to Smith covering, and Thompson's out by a step. 2 down. That trade was in December of 1985.
Pedrock won a Cy Young Award in Philadelphia. Here's Milt's little topper. Turned it into a close play at first. Pete Smith getting over there. That was very close, but he just had him.
So Dykstra, the batter, with 2 outs and nobody on base. Lenny 1 for 2 on the night with a walk and a run scored. And the pitch from Smith is low, ball 1. Starter's not around long tonight. Mulholland gone after 2. The report we got on him was he wasn't feeling well and had to leave the game after giving up 6 runs, and Tom Glavine got through the 5th inning before they took him out, and he gave up 6 runs, 5 of them earned. He walked 2 and struck out 4. Next pitch to Lenny, high and outside. Mike Williams goes 3 innings for the Phillies as we look at Kurt Schilling, who hopes to have better luck tomorrow night. And Danny Jackson will be the starter on Sunday, sitting there with Schilling. Dykstra fouls it off.
Smith has become an off-speed pitcher. He's thrown change-ups, sliders. Not many fastballs.
Took over as the 5th starter for Atlanta last year on August 2nd after Mike Bilecki's season-ending surgery. And as we mentioned, pitched great for the Braves with a 7-0 record. Dykstra with a line drive up the middle, caught by Lemke on a couple of hops, and Lenny has an infield hit. So Dykstra his 2nd straight hit, and the Phillies have a 2-out base runner for Duncan.
Didn't hit it very well off the end of the bat, but in a good location. Lemke had no chance at all to get Dykstra, but he made the throw.
Duncan's hit into a lot of tough luck tonight as we see Dykstra easily beating that out. He grounded out in the 1st on a good play by Cabrera. Then he lined to left on a tremendous play by Gant, and then to deep center last time up on the ball that Nixon ran down at the warning track. The Braves have really overshifted Duncan now with a right-handed pitcher, and they have Otis Nixon well over in right center. Look at that defense.
Gant's way over into left center.
And they had him positioned perfectly. There's Nixon, right where he hit it, and that'll do it for the Phillies in the 6th inning. 1 run on Chamberlain's homer, 2 hits, no errors. The Phils will leave 1. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 10-7 Braves.
When you were a child, you were told we're all created equal. But now that you're a little older, you see things a bit differently. The new Lexus GS Luxury Performance Sedan. It's roomier, quieter, and rides smoother than cars costing thousands more. Maybe we are all created equal, but it doesn't have to stay that way. See your Lexus dealer for treatment that's unequaled.
In Europe, things happen on time, right on schedule. Punctuality is the norm. And that makes Europe the ideal environment for UPS. Fact is, UPS has built the most comprehensive delivery network in Europe. So when you have a shipment going there that has to be on time, use the delivery company whose punctuality is a time-honored tradition. UPS, the package delivery company more companies count on.
Welcome to Roy Rogers, where the chickens come home to roast. Right now, get a quarter roaster with cornbread and your choice of 2 sides for just $2.99. Or feed a family of 4 with 4 quarters, cornbread, and your choice of 2 large sides for just $9.99. Take them back to the nest. Have a wing ding. Roy's Roasters, the chicken that rules the roost.
One of a kind, yeah, yeah.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. By Federal Express for documents, packages, and freight worldwide. Our most important package is yours. And by the Bell Atlantic Mobile Advanced Technology and people who make it mean something. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Mark Davis, the new pitcher for the Phillies, the 3rd used by Jim Fregosi tonight. Davis went to camp with the Atlanta Braves and, as you know, traded over here to the Phillies on April 13th for Brad Hassinger. See the numbers on Davis roughed up in his last outing. First pitch to Jeff Blauser inside. Blauser, Pendleton, and Gant here in the 6th inning. Blauser 1 for 3. Davis's pitch is over for a strike. We'd like to send birthday wishes along tonight to Harry Keller. It's his 81st birthday. He's a resident of Cram's Convalescent Home in Milton, Pennsylvania. Watches all our ball games. I hope he'll stick with this one all night. And this pitch from Davis misses. 2-1. We'd also have birthday wishes to Cindy Shoemaker. Her birthday's today. Her husband Joe and Cindy watch all of our games. It comes from daughter Judy and her husband Adam Patterson.
Davis was wild in his last start, not so much wild strike-wise, but location-wise in the strike zone. That was against Pittsburgh.
And it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. The last birthday we did was a very nice note we got. It might be Schumacher. But anyway, Cindy, happy birthday. Blauser pops it up. Not much room behind home plate, and that'll go to the crowd. There is a lot of foul territory here, but not right behind the plate. Jeff Blauser has taken over as the #1 shortstop for the Braves. They say he's playing really good defense. Always been a threat at home plate. He's had good lifetime numbers against the Phillies, a career 300-plus hitter against the Phillies. And he walked him. Well, Mark Davis walks the first batter he faces.
Fourth inning that the Phillies have walked their leadoff hitter.
That's right. In the first, second, fourth, and sixth, and the 3 prior walks have all scored, one of them being Glavine, the pitcher. Here's Pendleton. This will be one of his best nights in a long time. Came into the game at 183. He's now at an even 200. 3 for 3, 2 doubles, 3 runs batted in, and 3 runs scored. This is what they expect from Pendleton. Terry Pendleton, longtime St. Louis Cardinal, and coming over here to the Braves a couple years ago and has become their leader, the guy that's really helped them turn their franchise around, along with their great pitching and farm system. Cardinals thought that Pendleton was about done. He had a lot of trouble with his legs, but has remained pretty healthy here. They've been complaining about his weight this year.
He's always been a little heavy, it seems, kind of a little round man, but he has played very well at that, with that build he has.
There's the pitch to him, and it is outside. The noise you hear in the background is the abominable wave is underway. This big crowd here at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. Two balls and a strike on Pendleton. Pitch to him, line to right field. Chamberlain's there this time. He waits, grabs it. Pendleton's retired for the first time tonight, and Blauser heads on back to first. One away here in the 6th.
Phillies pitching has been outstanding, as everyone knows, but when it goes, it all seems to go in the same night. Notice that?
Yeah. I guess that's better than in spurts.
Yeah, you betcha. It's better than every other night. It hasn't happened very often. It's only happened a couple of times.
Here's Gant. He's had a big game. A 2-run homer and an RBI double. He's also flied out. He started this game what he looked like it was going to be a long night for him with his defense in left field. Phillies were ahead 4-0 in the first.
And he threw that 5th run. It would have been the 5th run. He threw that out at home plate, and he's played inspired ball ever since.
There's the pitch to Gant. It's high and outside, and it's 2-0. The on-deck batter is David Justice.
Davis can't get his fastball over. Throwing a couple of curveballs over, and that's really his best pitch, his curveball, but he can't set it up when he can't get the fastball over.
Stretches in the 2-0 to Gant, hit way foul and out of play left side as he got out in front of that one.
Gant mad at himself, swung at a 2-0 high pitch. It was out of the strike zone. That's the pitch, though, that he hit out of the ballpark before.
He's a dead high ball hitter, and that's what he got for his home run off Mulholland in the 2nd inning. Breaking ball, he beats it foul. So Davis now even with him at 2-2. 10 runs, 9 hits, 1 error Atlanta. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors Phillies. We're in the 6th. In the first of 3 in this weekend series. Braves owner Ted Turner and his wife Jane took a hike about an inning ago. I guess they figured it was over. Here's the pitch. And he misses. So we'll see now if Blauser takes off from first base with 1 out, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
He'll go. If you don't go with a 3-run lead, you're never going to go.
There he goes, and it's ball 4. So Davis issues his second walk of the inning. The Braves have 2 on for Justice, who hit a monster home run his last time up. Fregosi looking on, knowing the pitching is just not held up in this one. But he's still only 3 down, his ball club is. And we're in the 6th.
Really a key inning. You know, you can't keep catching up and then let him go further ahead. Davis has to get out of this inning.
Pitch to Justice is a fastball over for a strike call. On deck is Sid Bream, another left-handed batter. Bream came in for Cabrera in the 5th inning. There is Sid. Mark Davis, now 32 years of age, from Livermore, California. Now makes his home down here in a suburb of Atlanta, Marietta. Try to get Justice to go after that curveball. 1-1 to Dave. Dave Justice on the Larry King show last night and talking about the Phillies, how much the Braves respect them. And are not surprised that the Phillies are a good team this year, according to Justice. Pitch to him. Breaking ball, and that's a beauty, over for a strike. All 3 games sold out here this weekend in Atlanta. The crowd really getting loud here now in the 6th inning. The Braves lead it by 3 at 10-7. 2 on with 1 out, and now Davis will start over. Time is called. Blauser on at second base and Gann at first. There are the base runners. Another curveball. A little tapper to short. Duncan will only have 1 play to first. Just got it. Good play by Duncan on a bang-bang play at first. The runners move up. Blauser to third. Gant to second with 2 outs for Green.
Crowd doesn't like that call, but I think they just barely had him. I mean, that was close. Big time close. Woo, was that ever close? I think they had him by a hair.
When they say the tie goes to the runner, you know that old baseball axiom? Is that true?
Supposed to. Of course, physicists tell you that there's no such thing as a tie.
Yeah, I heard that.
They also said one time that there was no such thing as a curveball.
Optical illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I know that's not right. I don't know about the tie. Bream with his first at-bat of the night after replacing Cabrera, who was 1 for 3 with an RBI hit. Whitey said this is really a big spot in the ball game for Mark Davis to get out of this.
Well, you make the call.
John McSherry made it, and that's all that matters. There's 2 outs.
Justice didn't squawk on it.
No, he didn't. Neither did Pat Corrales. Hard ground ball. Morandini boots it. He still has time to get Bream, though, and he got it. And Bream can't run at all, so Morandini made the play. That ball was hit right on the nose, and Davis gets out of it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the Braves will leave 2. Harry Callis back with you in the 7th inning. The score, the Braves 10 and the Phillies 7.
Phone, Mr. Lyons. Phone.
Hello?
That package you sent
That's not me. What? I am shocked. Shocked and appalled. Let me confer with my staff.
Federal Express?
Only Federal Express can confirm delivery in seconds and has a tracking guarantee.
Your people received the package at 9:20 a.m.
I'm terribly sorry.
Say no more. Let's do lunch.
Nobody tracks better than Federal Express.
You can feel it deep inside. Dedication and a real sense of pride. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your
go to the shopping center 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic Company.
Bring your camera and take up-close pictures of your favorite Phillies on Kodak Photo Night, Saturday, June 5th, before the Phillies play the all-new expansion team, the Colorado Rockies, at 7:05. Reserve your tickets in advance. Call 463-1000.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Braves 10 and the Phillies 7. Weeknights at 7:30, it's real action, real criminals, and real danger on Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, only on PHL 17. As Harry Callis joins us in the 7th. Harry?
Thanks, Rich, and John Kruk will lead it off for the Phils. Phils trail by 3. 10-7. 1 ball and no strikes to Kruk, who is 1 for 2. He's walked, struck out, singled. He has scored 2 runs. He's among the league leaders in runs scored. Ground ball, Lemke, and Kruk is retired. That's 1 out here in the 7th. Well, when you came into this weekend series, Whitey, you had to think this would be a pitcher-dominated series, and here we are, 10-7.
Well, you had good reason to think that with the pitchers that started tonight and the ones that are coming up. I don't think we'll see another game like this in this series, but you never know. This is quite a hitter's park.
Dave Hollins is 1 for 3 with a double and a run batted in. One strike to him. Pete Smith is in his 2nd inning in relief of Tom Glavine. Glavine giving up 6 runs and Smith 1. Glavine, even giving up 6 runs, could win it. 10-7 Braves.
Pete Smith has become a different pitcher. He used to throw a lot of fastballs. He very seldom ever throws one now.
That's cued to the first baseman, Bream. Bream to Smith, covering in time for out number 2. And it'll bring on Darren Dalton. Dalton has doubled, lined out, and grounded out. He's knocked in 3 of the Phillies' 7 runs. Birthday wishes to Jim O'Dowd, watching the ball game back in the Philadelphia area. Jim 26 today. His brother John is here and sent us up lots of fattening goodies. Sticky buns and cream puffs, what have you. High fly ball, shallow center field. Nixon, long run, but Blauser makes the catch going away. Nice play by Blauser. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Stretch time at Fulton County Stadium. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Braves lead the Phils 10-7.
Paul McCartney is coming to Veterans Stadium on Sunday, June 13th. And PHL 17 is proud to be the exclusive television station in Philadelphia to give you a chance to win free tickets. Just watch Married with Children all this week at 6:30 and again at 7 for your chance to call in toll-free to win a pair of tickets to the concert event of the year. So watch Married with Children all this week and get ready to win with PHL 17, the official television station of Paul McCartney in Philadelphia.
What could 4 minutes cost if your 800 service goes down? If you're big in the travel business, $240,000. But with us, nobody misses the boat. Introducing the AT&T 800 service Never Miss a Call guarantee. Now, if there's a problem, we can reroute your calls in less than a second. Sign up for the Never Miss a Call guarantee. It's the #1 reason with AT&T 800 service, it's always smooth sailing. AT&T, the best in the business, guaranteed.
Presenting the magnificent 1993 Cadillac Fleetwood. With its distinctive all-new aerodynamic styling,
The 93 Fleetwood is longer and is the most spacious American sedan on the road, with very important features like dual front airbags, anti-lock brakes, and traction control, all standard, and it's incredibly quiet within. Buy now, and you'll get a $2,000 bonus direct from Cadillac. Don't miss this limited time offer. See your Cadillac Super Network dealer now.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with a Blue Cross Blue Shield health tip. A tip on whether or not a beach umbrella will provide protection from sunlight. Yes, it will, but not from sunlight reflected off the sand or water. Beach umbrellas offer only partial protection because surfaces such as sand and concrete reflect ultraviolet rays.
Well, both starting pitchers, Mulholland and Glavine, were roughed up. Both gave up 6 runs, 5 earned runs from Glavine, 6 earned runs for Mulholland. And the Braves, middle of the lineup, their 3, 4, and 5 hitters have knocked in 8 RBIs. Dalton has 3 for the Phillies.
That's how we stand. 10-7 Atlanta. And leading off for the Braves here in the bottom of the 7th is Greg Olson. He has singled, walked, and grounded out. Facing Mark Davis. Davis in his 2nd inning in relief of Mike Williams. Williams going 3 innings. He gave up 4 runs. And Mulholland in 2 innings, giving up 6 runs. 1 strike to Olson. Hard ground ball, but Morandini has it to his left, and he throws Olson out. 1 down. That'll bring on Mark Lemke. Lemke's line to center, popped up and grounded out. 10 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for Atlanta. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Phils. Walks have hurt Phillies pitching tonight. Mulholland issued 2. Williams issued 2, and Davis has issued 2. One strike to Lemke. Off-speed pitch fooled him. 0-2.
Tried to backdoor him with that curve, just missed.
Off the end of the bat, shallow center. Dykstra makes the sliding catch for out number 2. Good play by Lenny. Oh, they ruled he didn't catch the ball.
Oh, they've got to change that. I mean, that's Ed Rapuano. Yeah,
has ruled that he did not catch the ball.
He's got to ask for help because he obviously didn't see it. And I don't think he'll ask for help because he was the closest umpire to the play, and usually they won't ask for help, but he really should. The idea is to get the play right. That's hard to believe, really.
Jim Fregosi not at all happy. The crew chief is John McSherry.
The guy closest to the play ought to be the one that sees it.
Jim is close to.
Yeah.
He's out of here. Jim Fregosi has been ejected for the 2nd time this year.
See, the trouble with that is, now here's Dykstra charging the ball. Had a good jump in the ball. He's made some good plays tonight. Now look how high that is. Did he lose the ball in that fall?
I don't think so. He catches it right
I mean,
here.
he's up there by the letters with that ball.
He put his hand on to tuck it in because he had kind of an ice cream cone when he first caught it. But that's a catch, and Jim Fregosi has been ejected by Rapuano and not ruled a catch. John Vukovic will take over the club. And they have scored that a hit. So Lemke gets a gift hit here.
Yeah, the trouble with that is that You miss the play, and then the manager gets thrown out.
Pete Smith, the batter, around to bunt. Jim Fregosi. Smith sitting 182 this year, 1 double. He has 4 runs batted in, but he's up here to bunt in this situation. Takes another strike. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Smith. Still bunting, bunts it foul, so he's a strikeout victim. First strikeout for Davis, 2 down here in the 7th. Warming up Otis Nixon. He's walked, sacrificed, walked, and grounded out. '27th birthday wishes to Holly Ward. Todd McQuestion from Paoli, who's here on business, taking in this ball game. One and nothing to Nixon. Jim Fregosi last year was ejected 4 times. He's been ejected twice this year, once by Bill Hahn at Dodger Stadium.
Well, there's Lenny after he caught the ball and was in that dive. I don't know.
Got the ball in his hand.
Looked like he had it. That must have been the reason. Rapuano said he didn't catch the ball, though. He saw some white down there. Ground can't cause a fumble, can it?
No, he never did really lose grip on the ball. He had it. 3 balls and a strike to Nixon. Ten-7, Braves lead. Lemke at first with 2 outs here in the 7th. Game started out in a strange way, and it has continued. Phillies getting 4 in the first off Tom Glavine. In the air to right center field. Chamberlain there. Makes the grab to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 left. We move to the 8th, 10-7 Atlanta.
This is your world, genuine and true. You're the one who keeps coming through, 'cause you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud.
What's new at Mobile? Let's take a look.
Introducing new Mobile Super Plus detergent gasoline. It still cleans fuel injectors and intake valves.
Now it helps keep the very heart of your engine cleaner. Down here, the cylinders and pistons.
So come down to the Big Red O and drive your engine clean with new Mobile Super Plus, the detergent gasoline.
An island of a different kind. Peaceful people and peace of mind. Thrilling blue seas. 1,000 knees. A wonderfully fascinating holiday. Pack your bags. It's 2 hours away. Bermuda. A short trip to the perfect holiday.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers. It reminds you friends know when to say when. By Fleer Ultra Baseball Cards. You can't buy a better baseball card. And by Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. Pete Incaviglia leads off for the Phillies' 8th inning. Incaviglia's 2 out of 3, a pair of doubles. Braves closer Mike Stanton starting to throw in their bullpen as Inky lofts a drive to deep left center field, but Nixon makes the grab right in front of the fence. 1 down on a deep fly ball.
Pete Smith, there's Stanton. Pete Smith got away with a hanger and slider. Incaviglia hit it a long way. David West warming up for the Phillies.
West Chamberlain's been safe on a 2-base error, grounded out, and he hit a home run. It's paused for station identification on the Phil's television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
2 balls and no strikes to Chamberlain. Pops a foul back up into the upper deck. 2-1. Big crowd tonight, sold out. This entire weekend series has been sold out. Another foul ball. Two balls and 2 strikes to West Chamberlain. It's a full count. Walked him. So Chamberlain is aboard with 1 out. The batter will be Mickey Morandini. Morandini is 1 out of 3. First walk given up by Pete Smith. Jim Eisenreich has moved into the on-deck circle to bat for Mark Davis. Bunt try. Smith fields, gets his man. Good play by Smith. Mickey got a little too close to the pitcher trying to bunt for a base hit. Will not be a sacrifice.
He'd been over towards the foul line a little more. He'd have had it. Right out there on the end of the bat, which deadens the ball, but too close to the mound.
Jim Eisenreich coming out as a pinch hitter. For Mark Davis, Eisenreich hitting .351. As a pinch hitter, though, he's nothing out of 6.
And Bobby Cox has already waved to the bullpen. For Stanton.
It means he'll face Stanton. Will face Ricky Jordan. So the closer Mike Stanton coming on for the Atlanta Braves. Stanton 1-1, 13 saves, 4.02 ERA. Pitching change for Atlanta. We're in the 8th, 10-7 Braves. Back after these messages.
For years now, Mr. Krylon Spray Paint's been showing you how to get a professional finish, while I've been taking to the cleaners. Well, no more. Krylon's easy. Go play with your tarantula. I'll spray it here, the other leading brand there. Krylon's smooth, no runs, no drips, no airs, and dries to the touch in 12 minutes. 2 hours later, the other brand's tacky. Yeah, Johnny.
Hey,
Have a seat. How you doing?
Good. I got to get back to my spray painting.
Don't get any paint on you.
For a fast, smooth, professional finish, get Krylon.
Seven big games are coming up. First, the Expos. Thursday, May 20th. Friday, May 21st. Instant vacation night, Saturday, May 22nd. And Sunday afternoon, May 23rd, when all kids 14 and under get a free equipment bag. Then it's the Mets. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, May 24th, 25th, and 26th, all at 7:35. Call 463-1000.
Mike Stanton, the closer for the Atlanta Braves, comes out. He's tied with Mitch Williams for the league lead in saves. They each have 13. Stanton is appearing in his 20th game, second in the league in that department, behind only Mike Jackson of San Francisco. Hard-throwing left-hander, and Phillies will counter with Ricky Jordan, batting for the announced pinch hitter Jim Eisenreich. Bills trail by 3, 10-7. We're in the 8th inning. They have credited Mickey Morandini with a sacrifice, but really should not have in that situation where the Phillies are down by 3. Certainly wasn't trying to bunt the 8th run to second. He was trying to bunt for a base hit, but they have given him a sack. Ricky Jordan batting .429. As a pinch hitter, 3 for 9 with 1 run batted in. Fastball away for a ball, 1-0. Jordan lifetime against Stanton, 3 for 5. Ground ball to the second baseman. Lemke has it. Throws Jordan out. And that will retire the side for the Bills. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Braves lead the Bills 10-7.
Phone, Mr. Lyons. Phone.
Hello?
Lyons, that package you sent That's not me. What? I am shocked, and appalled. Let me confer with my staff. Federal Express?
Only Federal Express can confirm delivery in seconds and has a tracking guarantee.
Your people received the package at 9:20 a.m.
I'm terribly sorry.
Say no more. Let's do lunch.
Nobody tracks better than Federal Express.
It's where you had nicknames, attitudes, all-night talks, and part-time jobs. And since you left, it's the area code most of your calls go back to. Call AT&T now, and you could pay less for them. Spend $40 or more a month, we'll take 25% off your favorite area code, plus 15% off your other calls, guaranteed, with no monthly fee. Call 1-800-426-4752. Real savings made simple. Just another part of the I Plan.
Bartles and James Strawberry. The great tasting berry. Summer.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. In the National League tonight, in the 6th inning, Florida and St. Louis deadlocked at 1. In the 7th, Houston doing a number on the Dodgers, 7-zip now in the 7th. In the 8th inning, Cincinnati 13, Colorado 3. Montreal has a 6-5 advantage over the New York Mets in the 6th. Mike Harkey picks up his 4th win of the year. Chicago wins at Wrigley this afternoon 3-2. Just underway, San Francisco and San Diego. David West is your new pitcher. Let's go back to Harry Callis and Richie Ashburn.
All right, thanks, Neil. And West is 0-0 with 1 save, a 1.23 ERA, and 14 2/3 innings. He's only given up 5 hits and 2 runs. A lot of strikeouts, 20 strikeouts, 9 walks. Jeff Blauser, first one to face him, takes a low fastball, 1-0. Blauser is single, grounded out, flied out, and walked. Pop fly into shallow right. Morandini out, Chamberlain in. Chamberlain takes charge and makes the catch for out number 1. Well, now's the time to vote for this year's 1993 All-Star Game participants, and now's the time to show your support for the Phils. The Russell Athletic All-Star ballots are available at the vet and at all Phillies home games, plus local participating J.C. Penney locations. Show your Phillies support. Vote for the All-Star Game. Terry Pendleton's had a good night. Single, 2 doubles, and a line out to right. You knew he wouldn't stay under the Mendoza line very long, but he is under that right now. Even with his 3 for 4, he's hitting at 199.
He said himself, he said, "I've never looked so bad in my life the first month of the season."
Taps that ball foul. No balls and 2 strikes. He doesn't, you know, a lot was made about him putting on excess weight. He doesn't look that much bigger than he was last year, does he, to you?
Well, he has kind of that funny build, you know. He has long legs. And the waist up, he's short. But he's played very well with that body for quite a few years.
Incaville, you can't handle it. Picked up by Dykstra. Inky couldn't find it after he couldn't handle it, and that'll be a base hit for Pendleton. He's over the Mendoza line now.
That was probably Duncan's ball, but he was called off the ball by Incaviglia. Duncan was much closer to the ball. Now he hears Incaviglia. See, that would have been an easy play for Duncan. All he had to do was take a couple steps to his left, but now Incaviglia was going to hatch it, I guess.
Here's Ron Gandy's line to right, hit a 2-run homer, doubled and walked. Pendleton at first base.
The great Mark Wright here from Northeast Philadelphia. We saw Mark and his mother in spring training.
Foul back up and over our heads and into the upper deck. 0-1 to Gant.
Talking to himself, that was a good pitch to hit. A fastball. Right about where he likes it.
Mitch Williams is up in the Phillies bullpen. Mitch needs some work. Whether he'll get into this game or not remains to be seen. But high with a fastball. 1-1. Good catch by Dalton. Of a low pitch, it's 2-1, and Dalton might have been crossed up. He's trotting out to talk to West. When he moved for that, it would appear that he was crossed up. Dutch has received a lot of pitches tonight. Two balls and a strike. There's a base hit to left field. Pendleton will hold at second. And the Braves now with 2 men on base and 1 out. Gant's 3rd hit of the ball game. Bring up David Justice. Justice 1 out of 4. It was a 2-run home run.
Gant got jammed a little bit on that base hit, but he's so strong. Muscled it out there.
Check swing, bouncing ball. Duncan, Morandini. They don't turn the double play, but a good catch by Kruk. Justice gets down that line in a hurry. Almost beat one out his last time up. Atlanta runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Sid Bream will be the batter.
Didn't want to swing at this pitch. Kind of held up. You see, Kruk saved the run here. And Morandini's wide throw. Nice play. Floats through the air with the greatest of ease.
Yeah, he is really, may not look like it, but he's really a good athlete. 1 ball and no strikes to Bream. Hard takeout slide by Ron Gant. One of the game's hardest sliders was in the Upper Deck Heroes game before this game. Sarge, and how about Tony Agee? Remember him?
Agee, sure. Sarge and Agee were brutal down there. I think the best I've ever seen is Lonnie Smith.
He comes in like a torpedo.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike. 1-2 to Sid Bream, who's only batted once. He came in to replace Cabrera at first base. Probably the best I ever saw it going first to third was in that game too.
Willie Davis?
Yeah. He just glided around the bases. Struck him out, and that'll retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. We go to the 9th. Braves holding a 3-run lead, 10-7.
You can feel it deep inside. Dedication and a real sense of pride. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud.
7 big games are coming up. First, the Expos. Thursday, May 20th. Friday, May 21st. Instant vacation night, Saturday, May 22nd. And Sunday afternoon, May 23rd, when all kids 14 and under get a free equipment bag. Then it's the Mets. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, May 24th, 25th, and 26th, all at 7:35. Call 463-1000.
Some people hate to stop for gasoline. We do it for a living. Just going from one Sunoco station to another. Checking to make sure a gallon is truly a gallon. That the octane you pay for is the octane you get. That the gasoline is as good coming out of the pump as it was coming out of the refinery. So next time you're moaning because you have to pull over for gasoline, think of us. We have to stop 1,183 times this year.
After 8 innings of play, it's the Braves 10 and the Phils 7. Sunday at 4, a detective goes undercover as a felon to capture a prison murderer. Jean-Claude Van Damme stars in Death Warrant, only on Philadelphia's movie station, VHL 17. 9th inning, Phillies' last shot, trailing by 3. Now I have to do it against this tough left-hander, Mike Stanton. Stanton always has had a good arm. Now the closer for this club, and he's matured enough to handle that job.
He came along at the right time too, because Alejandro Pena, they got him, and he hasn't pitched much. Bad arm. He was supposed to be the closer.
Stan's a 25-year-old from Houston. Won 5 last year, saved 8. Kind of a high ERA of 4.10. Lenny Dykstra is 2 for 3 tonight. 1 strike to Dykstra. Dykstra lifetime hitless against Stanton, nothing out of 3. He slaps that ball in the hole. A base hit for Dykstra, his 3rd hit of the game. So Lenny is a leadoff base runner for Mariano Duncan. Duncan is nothing out of 4, is grounded out line to left, fly to deep center, and fly to center. Phil's trying to get something going here in the 9th. Fouled it back and out of play. No balls and a strike to Mariano Duncan. Over at the knees, Duncan in the hole, nothing in 2. He fouls that one out of play down the first base side. Stays 0-2 to Duncan. Kurt Schilling against Greg Maddux tomorrow night. Sunday afternoon, Danny Jackson and John Smoltz. Duncan goes down swinging. 1 down.
Real high pitch. Couldn't catch up to that one. That was a little too high.
Brings on John Kruk. He's 1 out of 3. His walk, struck out, singled, and grounded out. Kruk lifetime against this left-hander is 1 for 6. Like to get down to Darren Dalton, who hits this left-hander very well. Dalton 4 for 7 lifetime, including a home run off Stanton.
Need another base runner.
Kruk won't swing at bad pitches. He gets a lot of walks. 2 balls and no strikes. Howell, right-hander, starts throwing. Kruk did swing at a bad pitch. She normally does not do, but he chased that high pitch. It's 2-1.
He's going to try to pick up 2 quick ones with that swing.
But the Phils need 3. Trailing by 3 here. Inside, it's 3-1. Full count.
Had a strike there. A good pitch to hit.
Dave Holland's waiting on deck. Tops a foul out of play. Still 3-2. foul out of play.
Keeps throwing Kruk that borderline high pitch. It's tough to lay off when you're up there on a 3-2 count.
John Vukovic and Johnny Padres. He works a walk, and the Phillies will bring the tying run to the plate. In the person of Dave Hollins. Hollins is 1 out of 4, a double, and a run batted in. Lifetime against Stanton, he's 2 for 5. So the Phils trying to fight back here in the 9th inning, trailing by 3, 10-7. Low, 1-0. Low, 2-0. Phils were trailing in this game at one point after 4 innings, 10-4. It's now 10-7.
Pitches, both the first 2 pitches way down there. Bobby Cox visibly upset.
Yeah, the one thing with a 3-run lead you don't want to see your pitcher doing is walking people. Darren Dalton on deck. That might have been ball 3.
It was close. It was borderline low.
2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, it's hard to second guess a guy here that can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Right. When he's the tying run, you don't want him up there as a reluctant swinger, that's for sure.
Well hit to deep center field. Nixon back, makes the catch right against the fence. Allen smoked that ball, but to the deepest part of the ballpark. That's 2 down.
Hit it 400 feet. Long out.
And it will bring on Darren Dalton. Dalton's 1 out of 4. He's knocked in 3 runs. As we said, Dalton against this left-hander has good numbers, 4 for 7, including a home run. He'll look for a fastball to drive.
Pitch was out away from Hollins and a little bit high probably, but he did hit it a long way.
We've seen him take pitches like that to the opposite field for homers. 1 strike to Dalton. Pop up, and this ball game should be over. Terry Pendleton makes the grab. So for the Phils in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Atlanta wins the first game of this series by a score of 10-7. Mike Stanton with his league-leading 14th save. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.